Hello!
Hi!
Welcome, everyone!
Hi!
D6!
We totally didn't screw up.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Big howdy,
We're
McWarriors.
IRGM together. We're IRGM together. Some of us from across the internet to play on a D&D live stream show. Man, have we... This is new. This is brand new.
This is, yeah, sure is. For some of us, we're back.
Yeah!
Some of us are back, and then we've also got some new characters on here. Woo!
Yeah, which we'll get into that in a second.
I can't believe we're all playing as skulls.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? We all chose skeleton.
Yeah. Who knew you could play an undead so effectively in a campaign?
Mm-hmm.
So, first and foremost... Oh, got me thinking about something. First and foremost, welcome to our first episode of D6 Sandtide. I do apologize if I make the mistake of saying Black Archives every now and again.
Oh, we miss it.
Yeah, I know. But first and foremost, as we're going to do some quick D6 announcements.
Dogs.
Okay. Woof.
Connor's got dogs.
Woof. First of the major D6 announcements is something that we have been able to gladly look forward to now for the foreseeable future, is that D6 will be separated from the Eardsihimmle Patreon from this point on. We have every intent to let D6 be its own thing. So, with that, I am glad to announce that we have started the D6 Explorers of Eardsihimmle Patreon out now, and has been out for quite some time. We announced it a little bit earlier last month by the time this episode comes out. So, if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, there will be some links down below, and also to our podcast listeners, there should be some links in the descriptions. So if anything that you want to learn or get a better understanding with the Patreon, it's we have both goals and rewards currently present, and you could go and check them out. Our first two posts are currently public, so you guys have a better idea of what we're aiming for. But with that being said, if you guys want to donate, if you can donate, and if you want to donate, please, by all means, we look forward to your patronage, and we look forward to the rewards we intend to give. For example, naming an NPC.
Yee. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so if you want to have a kobold named Bingus Bongus on my notes, you can certainly do that.
Bingus Bongus, here we go.
And we have reward tiers starting at $3, $5, $10, $20, and $50. So that way we can try and make the Patreon as accessible and as successful as possible. And as always, we thank you all so very much. Let's see. Other announcements. As well, there being a Patreon, our podcast's scheduling will be updated relatively soon, but just so that way everybody knows, the podcast will be coming out a week after these episodes go up on YouTube. However, if you are a patron and you get early access to this video, you will also have early access to the podcast version as well. Hopefully this will entice those who are trying to look for the different forms of our media, but the video version of these campaigns will be exclusively for YouTube, and the audio versions will be made available on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts, respectively. All right. Any other major announcements? D6 wise.
I don't think so. Not yet.
I think
anyway.
you would know.
Yeah.
He's eyeballing mostly the Ray and myself at this point. Like, I don't know.
I just anything I might be missing, I just want to be sure because I've made that mistake before.
Unfortunately, I cannot read too far into the future.
Okay.
But
we are not psychic. Much as we would like to be.
Fair enough. Alright. So, we'll be doing all of our personal announcements towards the end of the episode, as always, and thank you all, and hopefully you enjoy this brand new adventure that we have planned. And so with that, I think it's time that we jump on into today's episode. First time saying today, too.
Right? Woohoo!
See. Alrighty. With that in mind, let us go. So, as we begin, welcome to the world of Eardsihimmle, a magical land full of warring nations and dark dangers. As the eyes of the world descend, reaching further and further down, and now looking to what is known as the capital of Excelsior, a desert country. However, we reach to its port as the hustle and bustle of the town emanates all the way through in this very early morning, just as the sun is beginning to break in the north and the temperature slowly beginning to rise, as it often has that feeling on the skin, the dryness of this land permeates. As we look closer, starting near this rather reputable looking inn, a figure begins to walk through many of the rooms, and as well as the sounds of the early mornings. A man about 6 feet tall, wearing a wide-brimmed hat and dark opaque glasses and a tie that shines like sapphire blue as he moves through. By the time he exits out through the building, he goes to see a waiting figure. One that has been sleeping on what has been a frequent exercise of patience, but one with care. As approaching this figure, you see as he meets you, Cotton.
Yep.
You are well and aware of this man. You are aware of Alois Asher, a rather close person to you.
Sure is. I'm assuming we're all awake at this point, so she's currently cloaked, but what you can see of the face is not humanish. It's still humanoid, but it's very furry, has like a pink rabbit-like nose. One eye is clearly damaged and seemingly blind, where the other is very well in use, but it's dark with a purple iris. For just to keep it simple, when she's not cloaked, she is actually a chimerican, so everything about her is not human at all. Big, very fluffy rabbit ears, massive bear-like claw hands, and then her feet kind of go raptor-like, where she's also got leathery, very thick hide armoring along her back sides and like the fronts of her paws, and a long tail that actually has a hidden stinger like a scorpion under all that fluff. But for the time being, she is cloaked because she's a little odd. Just a little. She's currently like wiping her eyes with the back of her hand.
As the man approaches you, good morning. Glad to see that you're well and awake.
I don't want to be, but sure.
Well, before anything, we gotta meet up with the rest of the crew on the Night Wish, so Shall we get going?
Yeah, let's go. Hopefully they're waking up.
As the two of you begin to walk your way through the early morning in the streets of Ulfaka, you can definitely see the early risers, especially many of the sailors that make their way here and port here. As you make it to the docks and the heavy seaside smell hits your nostrils, you see what is before you is this magnificent, beautiful wooden ship that shines like stars in the night, which is heavily contrasted compared to all the other ships at this port. As before you both make your way up the plank, he kind of looks at the ship just in bewilderment.
Still surprising, huh?
Thinking back on it, when he first told me the story of where it came from and how it was made, always surprises me.
Yeah, I mean, definitely gonna stand out, for sure, but in a pretty way.
It soon will be a ship either known for its rather liberous deeds or out of fear. And that's something that I'm looking forward to seeing.
Or both. Could be both.
Could be both. Well then, let's see if we can make our way to meeting the other crew. As the both of you walk up this, up the main plank here, and finally enter the top of the ship. The first thing we see is a rather tall-looking, goatish-looking man. And Rolloy, you see as Alois Azure and Cotton has made their way on deck.
Just giving a tired wave.
Yeah.
Greetings to the both of you.
Morning.
Morning.
Is it morning? I guess the sun is setting that direction.
Rising?
Yes, rising. That's
North.
the word.
Are you okay, Rolloy?
Oh, I'm always okay.
Connor, would you like to describe your character?
Absolutely. They see a man with cloven hooves attached to digitigrade legs, covered in not quite black, not quite gray hair. And he's adorned in a flowing, scholarly robe of a faded blue, brown leather wrapping around his arms and waist and a gold trim on his clothes. He has a hood raised up over his head, not quite obscuring his almond-colored skin, and lavender-tinted eyes and horizontal pupils with a wily gaze behind them. His long hair is pulled back into a ponytail that is likewise obscured by his hood. But what is not obscured are his large, spiraling horns that peek up over the top. He carries a black staff shaped like a serpent in his opposite hand.
Actually, while I have you up here, have you seen the captain around?
I don't believe so, no.
Hopefully he's taken a shower since we got to him. That stunk so bad. And she's like rubbing her nose just at the mental remembrance of it.
Then, let's see, as he kind of like tries to look out towards the forecastle. Winry, would you happen to be up there?
There is a distant but loud call of recognition. Be right down, Mr. Azure! And before long, a halfling in some billowing robes descends very quickly onto the deck.
Oh, there you are. You wouldn't happen to have seen Mirad anywhere, would you?
I believe he was below deck, but that was a little while ago. I've been up there a bit, so...
Did you
Might be in
sleep?
the captain's quarter.
Oh, of course I slept. I'm just an early riser.
Okay.
Well then, let's see. I think the last thing we need to also double check on, as he goes over and as if walking out in the way too early morning for somebody is Holly, as you barely miss Aloise's face as you swing open the door from the lower deck. Oh, there you are.
Did you need me for something?
Well, yes. Would you happen to have seen Maraud down there?
I don't think so. He could be down there? I don't know.
You don't think
I'll
he
double
ran?
I don't think he would have either.
If he did, does that make me captain?
No, of
No.
course it doesn't.
Anyways, Holly, how would you like to describe your character?
So Holly is
Gil.
It's okay, you can call me Holly. Holly is a relatively short, at 5'2", bulky little lady. She is wearing all dark Raven Queen armor with a golden trim. She has dark hair, and she has dark makeup to accompany it. And otherwise, generally always wears a disdain on her face, but not intentionally.
The fatherly
That's just her
disappointment.
face.
She's
Alrighty.
just bored.
And almost as if, like, a third-person camera just following the backside of Alois. And, like, a single long take as not too long before he gives you thanks and then walks over towards the captain's quarter. As you, Mirad, hear a faint pounding at the door as you, for the first time in a long time being sober, are awakened by a rather rough sound. How would you like to describe your character? Ray?
Don't tell me it's morning already. Murad gets up, standing at his height, extended height of 7'1", giving a big stretch before putting on a cloak, a jacket, leather jacket, and blacks. A man opens the door. He has darkened skin, very extremely sun-kissed, and his golden flame eye and the ember flickers of the tips of his hair, dreaded hair, give off his fire genasi heritage, as he looks down at whoever was knocking at the door with like a half scowl.
Yeah. As you look about a foot down, you see Alois as he's staring up at you with probably the least surprised face.
Good morning,
boy.
sir. Good morning, sir.
I think it's time that we finally set voyage.
Right. And Murad looks with his one eye, the other still covered with his eye patch, looks beyond him just to see like a small gaggle of people just like, right, let me get dressed and I'll be right out.
And as the door shuts just as quickly as it opened, you find yourself getting ready, prepared, get a little bit of food in you guys. As the lot of you meeting on the main deck, having your first meeting as a crew together. As you see as Alois steps up to all of you.
So, the captain was in the captain's quarters, huh?
Surprise.
Funny thing, that.
Not too much of a surprise, to be honest, but...
It's sarcasm.
Oh, trust me, I know what sarcasm is, Miss Cotton.
That being noted, I'm glad to say that I need you all to understand before you head to the Dead Man's Dive. There are many enemies approaching in every which direction, not just those whom you've faced before, but those who are to come yet. On that notion, I am letting you all know that, first and foremost, I am one of the most infamous criminals in the entirety of Eardsihimmle. And as such, in 7 days' time, I will have turned myself over to the EHS under particular circumstances.
Cotton looks a little frustrated about it still.
Wait, what? You're just gonna leave us to roam the seas?
I mean, we are adults.
I know,
Quite the
but...
contrary. To be a bit more focused on this is a tactical move. I'm not going to lie to any of you. There are enemies that I have made, and there are people that I both rely on and trust. Therefore, it is with full intention to assure that keeping you all moving is the best option. And quite luckily, with a ship like this, we won't have to worry about that.
We're not going to inherit any of those enemies, are we? Once you're out of the picture?
The point is to keep them on me for as long as possible. Your enemies are yours. Mine are mine.
Well, that wasn't a no, but it is reassuring at least not all of them will be on us.
You'll be sorely missed, sir.
Yeah.
And you say that, he looks at you sourly.
Oh, behave.
That aside,
Winry gives a little snicker.
this does not mean I will functionably be contained. Quite luckily, the opposite. I have every intention and assurance that the one I'll be talking to about my arrangements will still afford me a level of freedom that I enjoy. So, that aside, you are all heading to the Dead Men's Dive, Isles Zona de Muerto. It is often a place where many people, at least as reported, have gone off and gotten themselves either as their final resting place or killed.
No pressure.
Your main mission, at least as far as I would hope that you would consider it as such, is to find an Eye of Volnid, which will give you access to the lost land of Volflora. After you manage to get it, hopefully by then, whatever arrangements have been made with me, I'll come back and meet you all here in Bolvaka, where we will continue our discussion on what moves to make next.
Sounds like a plan.
Very straightforward at the very least.
sticking to it is going to be the problem.
I'm sure nothing will
Hopefully
go wrong.
This is true. You are inviting trouble by saying that,
I
Mr.
know.
There's always one.
That's Aaron, not Eloise.
There's always one.
Well then. So, that being said, these exploits will also potentially put you in the crosshairs of known admirals from every country. Whether you decide to make allies of them, or make them tools, or make them enemies, are entirely up to you. So, with that being said, I don't think I really have to go over too much. Try not to die, stay alive, and yeah.
Don't disappoint.
That's an expectation of you, Murad.
Thank you, sir.
Well then, that being said, good luck. May the winds be ever in your favor.
See you soon.
As he goes and turns and gives you all a slight wave, he stops right before his head ducks beneath the over the railing, and he comes back up just a bit. Oh, and Murad,
Yes, sir.
try not to fuck this one up.
Will try my best, sir.
As he
No
turns
promises.
as he turns and walks down the plank, as it gets pulled up onto the ship, and you begin to make preparations to make headway as you head to the east, making your way to this mysterious island known as Isle Jornada del Muerto. And with that, the scene is so. Murad, you have had some time with the Daybreak, or the Daydream.
The Daydream
You
or the
would have-
Nightwish?
Technically
The
both.
sword.
Oh, that's right.
So, as you go and approach the main wheel, you get this strange feeling and almost this desire to head out into the ocean, calling to, not just from the blade, but almost as if it vibrates up your feet.
Mira takes a deep breath, a deep sigh, and just oh, finally I'll be out at sea again. And he tries to command the ship to get ready to make way.
As your palm kind of just palms over the pommel, the entirety of the ship, in a feeling of unassurance, juts forward as the entirety of everyone just kind of getting their feet under them as it begins to leave port. And from those large masts begin to descend down these massive, ethereal-looking sails, as you now command the Nightwish.
God, I love this ship. It's so pretty.
I don't think it's ever gonna get boring.
Indeed.
It's great. We don't have to do anything.
For now.
Yes, for now. Cotton is very much right.
Well, I'm going to use that for now to do nothing.
Are you going to dive back into your book?
books are awesome. You can learn so much.
Yes, but... Well, why don't you just look out there? Just look at everything pass before we're just staring at water for a while.
Well, yes. I've seen water before. I have a feeling I'm going to see water again. We do work on a ship, after all.
Murad is enjoying, with a smile on his face, of like just feeling the wind and the sea and smelling the sea, and is just taking it all in.
As you begin to take it all in, you hear the faint sound coming out of the right side of your ear. Ah, yes. It is very familiar for you, I imagine.
He just feels like everything just got soured. just from hearing that voice, and he just lets out like a groan and loses a little bit of the smile that he had just a moment ago.
We're not even 5 minutes out. Are you okay?
I'll be fine. Just remembering some things.
The
Trying
previous
not to
fuck up.
disappoint.
When will you regale us with that tale?
Not anytime soon, hopefully.
Drat.
Seeing as I'm probably banned from any type of alcohol consumption during this trip, for the most part.
We do not condone drunk driving.
And we especially do not condone drunk sailing.
Wait, no one told me this was a dry ship.
Unfortunately, I believe it is.
Roy
we have is
hoists a
some
leg over the
non-alcoholic.
side of the ship.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, this wasn't in my contract.
Just big old bear paw kind of thing, just
wait
dragging back like, no.
No, wait just a minute.
No.
Hold on.
Dry ships don't exist. It's physically impossible. They're always in the water.
Well, what about dry docks?
Oh.
As the lot of you set sail on this first day, it is to begin the note that there are usually plenty of examples in which why sailing takes quite a bit of time to really go anywhere or do anything. So you do spend quite a bit of time getting to know each other. But I usually have certain things up my sleeve, so spend
It's good
a
to
bit of
know
time
who
with
your
each-
crew is.
Yeah, it's a bit of time with each other. Whilst I pull out some new notes.
Cotton's just busy keeping Rollo from jumping over the edge.
So what is your
Winry is-
preferred drink, Roloi?
Oh, I love sampling the local wines.
Very, very nice.
If I'm lucky, I can get them before they're watered down.
True, yes. And up on the price as well.
And what about you, Captain? What libation causes you to make poor decisions?
Well, I guess a good bourbon doesn't hurt anybody. But, of course, rum. But that just seems very...
Cliche.
Cliche, exactly. But I do enjoy good rum. It's true.
It's got a bit of a funk to it. Fermenting sugars and all.
I do have a slight sweet tooth, yes.
Is that what caused the last fuck up?
No. Maybe? I don't recall. It's been a while.
Sounds like alcohol, then. I tend to not remember things after having too much myself.
Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of forgetting much. I have a lot of reminders.
I know the feeling.
Let's see.
What about y'all?
Oh, as an alchemist, absolutely not. I tried it. I drank once and then mixed up some chemicals once. And, oh, nope. Total mess. Never do it again.
Well, I myself am more a cider person, but I suppose wines aren't that bad. I mean, I didn't really have many good ones on my island, but
That's why you have to get out there and explore. Different regions have
Why do you
their
think I'm
local
on this ship?
specialties.
why do you think I'm on this ship, Mr. Reloy? I'm here to explore everything.
I share a bit of your sweet tooth. I've always liked a good honey mead.
There we go, that's a good one.
It's basically wine.
The longer you leave it, the worse it gets.
An interesting fact.
Well, technically only if there's enough air in the jug it's being fermented in, then it starts to turn into vinegar. Which is also fun to drink
Everything
sometimes.
experiences. Mm-hmm.
You drink vinegar,
It's good for you.
and you enjoy it?
Keeps you healthy. Good for the gut health.
I mean,
The flora.
I suppose you're correct, but still. Vinegar?
Yeah,
I mean,
You're
I
a
could put
strange
it on
one,
a
Mr.
salad.
Reloy.
Cotton just has that, like the nose scrunches up a little bit, like,
You don't like alcohol? You don't like vinegar? What kind of alchemist are you?
I didn't say I didn't like it. It just said it was poor decisions when you're messing around with chemicals and magical elements and things explode.
Oh, you got into
Yeah.
the good stuff then, huh?
A few times, and then after that, if I wanted to pass in my school, I just kind of never touched it for a while.
Talk about fire in your belly.
Yeah.
Oh, you went to school?
Yeah, I graduated.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Look where that diploma got you. You're a pirate now.
There's a
Yes,
slight
but-
little, like, like, that hurt.
hey, being a pirate is not all that bad, alright?
Wow, that liberal arts degree is doing great, isn't it?
There's that look of, like,
no.
that hurt my feelings, but then tries to just, like, no, this is just a slight detour on plans, that's all it is.
She's just
When we-
smiling
when we
like you
roll
didn't say
over.
anything wrong.
She's just
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
just not putting existential dread on the alchemist in the group.
Look, being a pirate is not all that bad, and extra curriculum isn't bad either.
Stay in school. Well then. As a few days begin to pass, making your way further east along the Bordean Save. As you wake in the morning of this day, and Holly, you take note to looking out into the sea today. You notice that the air is a little more humid. And while the skies are clear, you're looking at clouds in a really strange way. Go ahead and make me a perception, if you will.
First roll of the game.
Yeah.
Hooray!
See it.
I hope I see what I need to see.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh,
First one's a 20. All right.
Woo!
what a wonderful first roll.
Let's see. You notice that the clouds off in the distance have a slight grayish tinge to them. And you can swear that it might be moving in your general direction.
Does it feel more like smoke than like a regular cloud?
No.
Okay.
It is not coming from a plume. It is definitely built in the sky.
Does anybody else see that off the bow?
Shall we roll perception?
You having like the basic perception to have immediately noticed it, you can point it out to the rest of the party.
Some of us coming up from below, just a little tired again.
Wenry would descend from her perch on high to check it out.
Polly's gonna kind of point at it and say, I haven't spent much time on the ocean. Is that a normal looking storm, or are we in for something interesting?
Is it a normal looking storm, or is it just a...
With, let's see, you make a history check, Mirod.
Okay. Let's see. A 9.
Oof.
It was almost a 17, but oh well.
It's alright. It's alright. You have known that most oceanic storms, especially within the Bordean Sea, having the most amount of weather specifically, you know, especially with the history of this, it is often with the precaution to note that that might be an oncoming storm that could last several hours and set you back quite a bit. It does look like it's going to be taking up a good chunk of the sea. So if you want to anchor down and stay safe, you're more than welcome to, but it will probably put you about a day back.
Cotton's just frowning of the idea of already getting completely soaked. Just,
However, a skilled crew can definitely make their way through.
The term is skilled.
Yeah, Mirad's looking at this crew, just like, It's like,
Well,
we
it's
could
feel
try to
those
push
judgments.
through, but we would need to pay attention a little bit more, or we can hunker down.
Captain,
Well, it's either we learn now or later.
there are three
Does it look
things
like-
all wise men fear.
Hmm.
A night with no moon, the anger of gentle men, and the sea during a storm.
Yeah.
Are
I mean,
you
like,
a
I
wise
should
man?
fear the sea. No, not really.
Into the storm it is, then.
Joey.
I do insist that you take care of my ship, though, Mr. Mirad.
You do know that I am also on the ship, Miss Winry.
I know.
So it kind of benefits him, Henry, to keep the ship in one piece.
I would like to stay alive.
Okay. Well then. As several hours begin to pass, watching carefully, you guys first feel the temperature beginning to drop, and the ocean beginning to swell, and waves beginning to build. Murad, as you steel yourself, a memory flashes back at you. It's that same gut feeling, the one that had landed you where you were 2 years ago.
I really
Look at
hope
the-
this ain't you.
You look at the face of your crew as you begin to prepare to weather through the storm. And with that, I will go across the table, as per usual, in order to signify success or failure as you weather the storm.
All right.
Oh boy.
Alright. So, starting off.
Also, don't read what I just put. I was just picking up the dice, getting it ready, so I apologize.
Yep. Oh, please excuse me while I grab a dry erase.
I miss this music.
Scary
Oh, how
music.
ominous.
Crunk.
Yep.
Just
As
someone in
all
the
of
back
you-
of the ship with a cello.
Oh, Oh, sorry.
Not in the back of the ship. Someone's sitting right behind you with the cello.
All right. So, Cotton.
Yeah.
As the first major wave hits the ship, as you feel the first crash as all of you are taken to your knees, you notice that one of the ropes have come loose
Oh no.
on one of the major sails. As you are getting your footing, I need you to choose which ability will be best for you in trying to regain your footing and as well as getting the rope back in place for the ship.
So are you saying like athletics for the footing?
That is up to you, athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics it is. Oop, too far.
Alrighty.
Alright, here we go. Not great. It's a 7.
So 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not
You-
skilled in the ocean.
You not
Doesn't
having
quite
your
have her
sea
sea
legs yet. Yeah, not having your sea legs yet. You hit the deck and you're holding on with your claws for dear life as you feel as the ship finally beginning to reach back upwards up to the next wave as you have to slowly crawl your way over. Go ahead and choose to me which ability will be best to try and get this rope and do it with disadvantage.
Same thing again in the skill tree here, or is it a save?
It is up to you which skill you think will be best to assist the Nightwish.
My best is still my athletics, so we'll try again. Oh my god! I'm not gonna do great. Oh, it's at disadvantage, but like... It's 2 3s in a row.
Oh no!
Okay.
So that's 2 8s.
Wow.
Blue, your curse continues.
Yep, sure does.
It's okay, you're just getting it out now. You're just getting it out now.
I had to know if it was confirmation bias or not.
It's the visual of a dog in a car that's not seatbelted in right now.
Oh no.
Anyways, as you begin to feel the ship beginning to rise, you begin to slip and slide across the deck as it's hard to get that immediate grip and not try and damaging the deck at the same time.
Yeah, she's like palming the
As-
deck rather than trying to grip it with the claws so much because Winry's watching.
Yeah, as you fall and hit on the back of the steps leading up to the helm.
Oh, ow.
All right, and you are taking.
Here we go.
You're taking 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty.
Beat up by
Alright.
your own ship. Oof.
I mean, it's the sea.
Alrighty, and with that, Mirad, you are at the helm. You do not get a lot of physical capacities considering that you have to be at the helm to steer the ship. Is there anything you want the ship to do, movement-wise, or is there anything you want to command the ship to do in order to orientate itself?
Let's see. Definitely trying to not lose any crew, for sure. I want to try to maneuver my best to like prevent like waves from hitting the deck as much as possible. But it's like if I'm skilled enough to know that that's unavoidable, then I will probably focus more on trying to maneuver and spot my way through the choppy waves, like the easiest course, just to make it less hard on those who don't have their sea legs yet. Give my crew a
Okay.
little bit more advantage.
Make me a wisdom check.
Not save,
Wisdom?
check.
Okay, check. I'm not good at wisdom.
Good
7.
boy, we're doing great.
All right.
How close am I to the captain at this point?
You're on the main deck, so you're.
Would I be within
about-
30 feet of him?
Good thing I have a ship. Yes.
Excellent. I'm going to sort of narrow my eyes as I see a moment of faltering confidence and will, and I'm going to shout above the din of the storm, "That won't do, Captain!" And I will slam my staff into the ground as a high-pitched ringing will din throughout the surroundings, and it will lock both me and him in place, and time will begin to slowly reverse. Roll again. I'm using my Chronal Shift ability to give you a reroll.
17.
17.
That's a good reroll.
Nice.
As you feel as if there was just a split of time where you just saw what could have been you making a very poor decision, and possibly with the wrong movement you could have had somebody flying off the side of the ship. But as you turn the entirety of the wheel, as you begin to follow up the side of one of the massive waves, as the air is just barely catching under it and finally cresting over and then going down and meeting the next wave as it comes through. Alright. Holly,
Yes.
as you are on the main deck and you just see Roloi do something strange. Cotton has been thrown back onto the stairs, and as far as you are beginning to witness, you get the rather cold sensation of the rain splashing down upon you. Is there anything you think you can do in order to assist the ship at this moment?
I could either heal Cotton or help to steady the ship by securing that rope that she was trying to get to. I think I will go for healing Cotton.
She would wave you off if that's the case. She has her own cure wounds for now. But thank you.
If she's gonna wave me off, then Holly will go for that
Yeah,
rope.
she'd be like, don't,
Alright.
I'm fine. It's okay, go.
Make an athletics or acrobatics. Then.
We're gonna go acrobatics.
Okay.
14.
As your boots slightly slip on the deck here, you manage to get an idea of how much you can use that to your advantage. As you manage to just move ever closer as you get onto the other side of the ship, you begin to notice that not just only that initial rope had gotten free, you're beginning to notice that some of the other ropes are beginning to slightly loosen. And so I will let you decide what a sleight of hand or athletics to not only just grab the rope, but also tighten down the rest of them.
We will do sleight of hand.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Don't suppose she's
Four.
also within 30 feet of me, is she?
I think most of us are.
It's a pretty close ship.
All right.
It's a sailing ship.
I'll thrust my staff out towards her as well, and I'll grit my teeth as I strain to correct the timeline as I'm going to use my Chronal Shift once again.
okay.
You get a reroll.
Oh,
Hooray!
I'm so sorry. Not as successful.
It's better.
Okay. So, as you go and you manage to tighten down the ones as you prioritize the ones that are already there in front of you and manage to get that, you go and try and reach for the rope and grab hold of it. as it just barely misses your fingers as it flaps in the wind, and it frustratingly goes far out before it begins to try and whip back towards you. And with that, Roloi, as you've already assisted twice.
Don't feel too bad. That one must have been fate.
She's like sliding away, like, okay.
Yeah, he's like leaning on his staff now, looking a bit exhausted from having shifted the timeline twice.
This is caught from behind. Fate's a bitch!
Is there anything that you think you can do in order to assist the crew more than you already have?
If I look around the ship, does it seem like any of the wood or metal is beginning to splinter or crack?
No.
No?
It is a solid ship, but things have come loose.
Alright, well then I'm going to use the power of my arcane knowledge, and I'm going to cast Mage Hand to grab that fucking rope.
Alright. As you cast Mage Hand, as it goes out, and quite luckily with magic, especially in this scenario, it grabs hold of it and then manages to kind of float and pull its way back towards you.
There we go! Just needed a bit of a delicate touch.
Alright, and do you intend to tie it down?
If not tie it down, it's just one hand. I don't think I would be able to effectively tie it with just the one hand, so I think I will just hold it still for somebody else to come and grab.
Okay. Then anyone that goes to grab it will automatically succeed because it is now within hand. And a good amount of distance. It is the check to tie it is what will be. Alright. Now, reaching at the end here. Winry, anything you want to do to assist with the ship?
Well, Winry has seen this whole exchange. We have poor Cotton against the stairs. Murad is focusing very hard on steering the ship. Holly has done a great job, and as has Roloi, so the least that Winry can do is run to that mage hand and make sure that rope is tied down nice and tight.
Okay. Make me a acrobatics or athletics first.
Acrobatics is her better trait, so... Come on, dice. That is a 12.
Alrighty. As you manage to just bound over from the forecastle and then slide along and getting down the bottom of the steps from the forecastle as you manage to just grab one by one every piece of the of the railing before you manage to get over to that mage hand, and you go up and grab it. I need you to make a sleight of hand check in order to tie it down.
Alright, sleight of hand. That is a 13.
Alrighty. As a somewhat ingrained knowledge from the academy and some level of nautical understanding, especially having done some fishing around your village, you managed to do a perfect sailor's knot and tying down, and you begin to see as the sail that was kind of just flapping a bit is now beginning to tighten back down. Alrighty.
And she will call over the rain, "Thank you, Mr. Relay!"
Of course, of course.
Good
What
job!
would you all do without me? Drown, probably.
Alrighty. And with that...
He has a matter of leeway with that confidence in this scenario.
Just a bit. Alright.
The storm is still young.
Okay. As you all slowly trying to understand your first time out in the open ocean in a storm, making your way through, as the next 3 hours pass and this heavy storm manages to begin to calm, reaching its end afterwards. With that, you manage to push through the storm.
Cotton
As
is now a
it
wet dog.
begins- Yeah. As it now begins to leave and the nighttime begins to take over.
Winry will probably scramble to get a towel for poor Cotton.
Ugh.
Good job, y'all.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah, you'll get used to it.
Yes, it was quite the feat.
The fact is, we're all still on the ship.
Rolloy shakily leans a bit more on his staff, reliantly.
Maybe you should sit down, Mr. Eloy.
Changing the timeline will do something like that, so I think I will do precisely as you say.
Thank you for that.
Uh-huh. Well, it was partially selfish.
I mean, it benefits us all anyway.
That's right.
Are you well? Do you need aid?
No, it just... Whenever I warp the fabric of time and space, I tend to... And he looks up, and you can see there are a bit more bits of gray and white in his hair. Be affected.
Try not to overdo yourself.
We don't want you shuffling off into the arms of death quite yet.
Oh, no. I don't die that way.
Interesting. Holly's going to walk away from that.
Well then, as the night continues, you begin to make your way. You're all welcome to a short rest.
Yay.
Yeah. As the night continues, you all begin preparing for what will hopefully be a anchored and peaceful rest. As any storm that had come, it now passes.
Cotton just takes the time to dry out in the air.
With Winry will take a place on deck and just stare at the stars for a little bit until the sleepiness really hits.
Do you need help drying off?
Huh? Oh. I mean, a towel's probably fine. This is gonna take a hot minute.
I mean,
Oh, pun intended, I guess.
I mean, yeah. I could use some heating on you, I guess, if you wanted that.
I'm sure. Thanks.
Okay. Mirad will cautiously reach out, not touch, but like just hand hovering and using like a controlled burning hands over the fur. Just it's controlled, so it's just heated.
Incinerates.
No, yeah. Not fire, just heated.
It looks like an
heat lamp.
electric coil.
Yeah. Like heat lamp.
Yeah. As you do, you can swear you see off the side of your periphery a smiling figure kind of snickering at what you're doing.
He tries not to frown deeply in this moment, but he just tries to just focus on doing this and ignore that figure in the corner of his eye.
Thanks for the help. Having fur has its advantages, but water, no.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we're surrounded by it.
I'm aware. Very heavily aware.
Same. Like, gestures at himself, being like Fire Genasi. Yeah.
What makes a Fire
Understand.
Genasi want to be out in the ocean?
Excitement.
Alright. Teach their own, I guess.
Adds to the thrill. The sea's very nice. When it's, well,
Cotton
trying
looks
to kill
back
you.
at where the storm was, like, right, yeah, very nice.
I mean, that's part of the thrill part.
Yeah, well, at least the stairs broke my fall.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll make sure that you don't go overboard, though.
I'll be alright, but I appreciate it. It's just, I guess, a matter of gaining sea legs, I guess.
So what you need to do is just, like, loosen up your stance a little bit. You can't be completely stiff. You kind of have to, like... Marriage just starts going over how to, like, stand like a surfer.
You ever seen, like, a cat sit there and you know when they're listening and when they're not? It's just the ears went from, like, pointing back to actually kind of listening, but it's more so that she's afraid of scratching the living shit out of the ship.
It's just like, you don't...
Listen, don't worry about scratching the ship. Winry has mending.
I do too, technically. It's just... If it can
I
be
also
avoided...
have mending.
Hooray, everybody can fix the ship.
So scratch all you want.
Alright.
It's like, don't worry about scratching, but, like, you can just position yourself kind of like a surfer can. Like, you do that, and so it helps give you a little bit more control. But yeah, sorry. I guess it might be harder with certain.
It's not hard to be this. It's just adding extra movement that you don't plan for is the hard part.
Right.
As you two are having that discussion, Winry,
Yes.
make me a wisdom check.
Oh, wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
Oh goddamn! I forgot what button I hit for that. It's been a little bit.
Up top.
Oh,
There
that
we
would
go.
be a 15, a solid 15. It didn't even roll; it just kind of plunked down.
It said this number specifically.
So, as you begin to rest and your mind kind of leans into the sounds of the water a bit, you feel something at the top of your head, almost as if like a slight sharp ring run across, and it makes you shoot upwards. A feeling that you haven't felt since you left your island. That presence.
Winry will turn her head up and just look skyward with very wide eyes. Oh
And-
my. Ooh, this is new.
You can feel a direction where that ring had gone. As you probably sit up a bit and your head just turns a bit to the north. It's hard to tell, but like, especially in a cloudy night like this, you swear you can see something off in the distance.
Winry will squint and try to see despite the dark and the clouds.
Make me a perception check.
Perception. That is a solid 4!
The night is too dark. It is hard to see beyond the railing. But you can
Well done.
swear that presence is there. Just there.
Winry will take that sense of presence to heart, and she will take a deep breath, soothe herself, just like, okay, I'll probably check later, see if it's still there.
Holly. You, as you're getting ready to sleep, getting ready to rest, you look out into one of the main port windows that lead for the cannons down here below deck. you begin to see a shape. Familiar one for you.
Okay. Familiar as in someone from my past? Or something I've seen recently?
Something that you know is attached to your faith. A shape of a raven.
She is going to look at it out the window for a bit and close her eyes and say to herself, "Are you calling me?"
As you do, you feel something beneath the ship, the entirety of the ocean. You get a faint feeling as if your general direction carries the weight of death. Almost like a warning.
She kind of smiles to herself and nods and says, "Yes, I know it's dangerous. But this is the path you set me on, is it not?"
The feeling begins to fade. Almost as if that the warning itself was more sufficient, and so was your conviction.
She's going to go out on deck from where she is and see if she can still see the raven from a new vantage point. Just to make sure it was actually there.
You go up and the raven is no longer where you thought it was, but as you look out into the open ocean, you see a shape, a shadow, massive and mountain-like. You're probably here. You're at your destination. By daybreak, you'll be setting foot onto the isle.
She takes a deep breath and goes looking for Murad to see if he is aware of how close we are.
You go and find Murad and Cotton together, kind of drying her off.
Heat lamping a bunny.
Yeah. And Holly walks up to them and sees kind of like the tomfoolery that's happening.
What tomfoolery?
Of like being dried off.
Yeah. It's like,
and she kind of like tilts her head to the side, expression very plain as she's looking at it, and it's very clear that she's trying to figure out what you two are doing or attempting to do, because you are a giant creature and these are two small hands by comparison.
Cotton would see the head. Cotton would see the head tilt, be like, "He's drying me off, because otherwise I won't be dry till tomorrow."
I still think you won't be dry till tomorrow.
Thanks. The ears droop.
It'll be fine, it'll be fine.
Are you aware that we are very nearly approaching where we are supposed to be?
He takes a cursory glance over at where he believed the heading should be.
You go, and as you begin to look out and you pull out your spyglass, just in the farthest distance, as you take note that this is probably the island that you have been given headway to, as you go to check your map as well. Marked boldly where its location is by Alois. You're approaching the island.
Looks about right.
I was looking out onto the ocean and I saw, we'll call it an omen, and for a moment I felt the touch of death upon us, so perhaps we should be wary when we land.
Ah.
That's a good warning to know about.
It's nothing to fear.
I mean-
death is constantly at our heels.
We did also know this was probably going to be dangerous anyway.
I'm simply passing along a message.
Message appreciated.
Aside from your, wet situation, are you well after your hitting the bow as hard as you did?
I'm perfectly fine. She'll like turn her back to a little bit to Holly. It just points out all like the heavy leather padding that's attached to her skin. Just like, yeah, I'm fine.
Holly reaches out and kind of touches it a little bit.
Yeah. It's like a thick hide kind of feel.
And she gives you like the tiniest grin, which for her might as well be like a mischievous look. And she says, "Sturdy."
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Very well. And she turns heel and leaves without saying goodbye.
Cotton's like, this is a strange woman, but I think I like her.
There's always one.
You said that before about
Strange.
Reloy.
And there's one of him, too. There's different types of one.
We're all individuals.
Or is there?
You should be resting.
Just like in the distance.
You ever seen a cat like jump off screen? No kidding.
Roloy. You as you begin to lean back and rest, hopefully to get some color and time back in you.
Whew. Boy. What a day. Huh, Staff?
I
It doesn't
forgot.
actually talk to me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are you actually talking to the staff?
Like I can Wilson this up if you need me to.
It doesn't actually talk.
Wilson.
Okay. As say that towards staff, it's just like rather blank wooden stare. However, almost as if looking out just beyond the dark horizon as a passing cloud and squall just fades past the ship. You swear you could have saw a familiar face. That's all.
He just sort of lays there, staring up at the ceiling of whatever bunk he may be in at the moment, and he just will use the bottom end of his staff and he'll trace into the wood the image of the figure that he saw.
It is the face of your beloved sister.
I wonder what you're doing right now. Did you become a criminal this time too? That would be very entertaining.
As this strange night leads you closer and closer to this island, all of you begin to rest as you weigh anchor. The night begins. Holly. And Cotton.
Mm-hmm.
Holly and Cotton, As both of you find yourself below deck, resting and trying to gather your, I guess, equilibrium, being on a ship for several nights now. You hear a faint skittering outside the wood of your, outside of the Nightwish, as almost as if there's like something scratching on the outside and just kind of moving along.
Seeing as that's not a noise she'd be used to hearing, that would immediately cause concern. And she'd nudge Holly like, you heard that, right?
Holly would already kind of be sitting up when she gets nudged and just go, yeah. Not sure I like it.
I don't either. Should we go up top?
Is there a porthole in our resting area?
Yeah.
Can Holly look outside the porthole and see if maybe she can see what's making the scritchies?
As you stick your head out and look each side of the portholes, all you see is the dark night and the lapping of the waves just slapping the side of the ship, and then back out, hit, and then back out.
Holly's gonna look back at Cotton and say, whatever it is gone, and we should go and tell them before we find out where it is in the wrong place.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with your judgment on that one.
Alright. So, what are you two doing?
I think we're gonna go upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Alright. As you make your way upstairs, Winry, you are still sleeping on the forecastle.
It's comfy up there.
Yeah. As you guys make your way onto the forecastle, in the dark of the night,
I would say if at night, before she goes anywhere, Cotton can do the little tinkering and make a little vial of glow light.
Yeah. As you make your way onto the main deck, as you exit out through that main door and begin to look out, and you pull out what is this handmade lantern. You take a look and notice that many of the barrels and wooden boxes that have been your food supply, your gunpowder, your various necessities, you're noticing that some of those crates are now gone.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
And she'll shove the light around even more before looking at how, like, we should go wake everyone else up. Something's not right.
I think so.
As you go and turn one of the railings, as the light passes right in front of something.
She'll punch whatever it is immediately. That is just that is the go-to.
Reactionary response.
Yep.
Mirage is fucking decked.
That wouldn't be the first.
As you go and look, you notice for the first time just this massive greenish-looking creature carrying this long copper-like spear.
Yeah,
As
insta-punch.
you bump into it, it looks at you, and almost as it looks back with this long, fishy face and this protruding, angular, fish-looking, bioluminescent bulb on its head, as its side flaps just come out and then wiggle around as it screams at you.
I'll scream back! Whether or not it's fear, you don't know.
And with that...
That would certainly get Winry awake.
Yeah. With that, the only ones that are taking the surprise round are going to be Rolloy, Murad, and Winry. So I'll be coming back to that in a second.
Oh boy!
Like that. Yeah.
Oh boy!
Combat!
Oh,
I think you gotta switch us around because it was me and Holly.
yeah. Like that. You're coming out here. Yeah. You're here. You are gonna be in the captain's quarters. Or you're not. Oh, excuse me.
Fish.
Fish.
Ooh.
Oh no, are these the creatures from the Blue Lagoon?
Listen. Would be hilarious if we're fighting the classic monsters.
These creatures are simply known as sahuagins, but we'll get into that a little later.
I know there's a different name you just said, but my brain heard hooligans and it went, you know what? Also accurate.
Sahuagin.
They are hooligans.
All right. And that. I'm gonna need Holly and Cotton to roll me initiative.
Yay.
Wow. The whole 3. Oh, you did 3!
Alright, who's more dexterous?
I would assume maybe Holly.
I only have a +1 to dexterity.
So
out of
do I.
13.
We have to roll again.
Roll these!
Alright.
Twin stats.
An 8. You rolled a 4. I rolled a 9, technically, with the +1. I have to remind myself there's a +1 to that.
Alrighty.
So I go before you then.
ER.
Okay.
Probably a good thing that one of our most offensive players is encountering first.
That's if these guys don't
Alrighty.
go first somehow.
And with that, let's see. Da-da-da. Alrighty. That we have the first two sahuagins as they're going to make an attack onto Cotton and Holly. Alright, first one's on Cotton. Wow.
Is that a nat 20 already?
It's already a nat 20. I wasn't expecting that one.
Oof.
Aaron!
Alright, Aaron, we are
I'm
going
sorry.
to burn your dice, and we are going to melt
It
them.
wasn't even the Hammer of Dawn!
We're going to take all your dice, we're going to melt them, and then we're going to get you brand new ones.
Toothbrush.
Alright, you're taking 8 points of piercing damage.
Ow!
And the second one is going to be a 4 to hit on Holly, which I imagine does not.
I would
No.
hope not.
Alrighty. That's the
Can
end
I
of-
use a reaction, given that it is within 5 feet of me? And I have Warcaster.
That is if it is leaving your I believe if it's leaving your
Area of reach.
yeah, attack of area.
Warcaster allows me to use my reaction to make an opportunity attack to cast a spell.
It is not leaving your
Yeah, an opportunity
your
attack
space.
is when it leaves your threat space. So
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
So as
if
soon
it
as
tries
it
to run away,
tries-
if it tries to run away from you, Warcaster gives you the option to, instead of making a melee attack, you can instead cast a spell.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I'm a little rusty.
Don't
It's
worry,
fine.
I got your back.
It's okay, we have the walking encyclopedia in Connor, so...
Good.
Okay. Next up is group 2, as they're gonna make their 2 attacks. Oh, you're laying down. You're supposed to be prone. Alrighty. Alright. 2 more attacks. 1 on Holly, 1 on Winray.
Oh boy.
Okay. So, first one is going to be a 7 to hit on Winray.
That does not hit.
And the other one is going to be a 17 to hit on Holly.
That does hit.
Okay. Gonna be 5 points of piercing damage as these creatures come in out of almost nowhere and begin to assault the ship. And Winry, you got a very rude awakening.
Hey, Aaron?
Yeah.
Just so you know, because I'm still getting used to this, technically when I take damage, I have my reaction of the Gem Dragon. Can I use it? Because as long as I take damage, I can use it.
You can.
Alright, cool. She's gonna use Gift of the Gem Dragon, which is telekinetic reprisal, and she's gonna hit the one that hit her. It's a strength check of a strength save of 11.
Save. Alright. Use the pearl dice on this one. Save. That's gonna be a 6.
It fails, so it's taking 4 points of force damage, and it's also being knocked 10 feet away from me.
Wha-pam!
Boom.
Alrighty.
So what you see is when she takes the hit, she just kind of looks back, and it's just an outline of bluish, like, magic, and it just takes the form of a weird creature and just slams into him, and it shoves him back.
Alright, where is he getting slammed to?
So can we go up above so I can see better? It's a little hard to see with the ropes in front.
Yeah.
Alright, he's getting slammed right into the stairs.
Okay.
Not up it, just into it like she did. Karma.
Bludgeoning damage!
Yeah, I only have one of 2 settings, either at the bottom of the stairs or at the top of the stairs. Unfortunately.
That's fine.
Listen, he fell up the stairs.
I'm playing a tank that has at least 30 feet, not 20 of movement, okay?
Falling up.
I believe
yes.
the term is called failing upwards.
It is
upwards,
failing
yes.
upwards.
Alrighty. As a blast of telekinetic energy comes out of you, you see as Sahuagin just lands on its back and gets ground upwards, and then it's like left at the top of the stairs confused.
Okay, back to the normal
Alrighty.
turn of events here. Sorry about that.
Yep. And let's see. I think that's pretty much all that they can do for right now. Cotton, you are up. Holly, you're on deck.
Alright, so I'm assuming Holly's surrounded right now.
Yes.
So she's gonna get behind the one to the west. I believe is the west. Yeah. She's gonna try to get behind it to give Holly what do you call it? Flanking.
Flanking.
Yeah. She's immediately going to activate her what's it called? The beast trigger.
Alright.
So for those at home, that means she's got her blind sight, she's got her rawhide AC, which brings us 2 AC, which is already factored in, and her long claws, so everything looks especially more violent. It doesn't take an action to do it, it's just, so long as I'm about to fight, it's just an instant trigger. She's using Booming Blade on her claws, and she's gonna lay into him from behind.
Alrighty.
So that's a +2 technically, right?
That is as home rule is, I
Yep.
believe.
If you're
Alrighty.
flanking, yeah.
Alright, so long claws +2, so that's gonna be a +7. Let's hope this doesn't screw up. How's a 26 sound?
26 will hit.
Very
Barbarian,
nice.
be barbarian.
Yeah, she's like, she's very much like, this is fucking rude! And she just slams into its back with it, and he is taking 11 points of slashing damage, and if he should move, he is also going to take the Booming Blade damage.
Alrighty.
I have become problem.
I am identifying as a problem.
It's very helpful, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a very helpful problem, yes.
Alright. This creature is looking a little mortal as you literally go in with a big wide slash of those long claws as like sharp razors dig into the skin and it just rips flesh.
Now you know why she doesn't shake hands very easily.
Alrighty.
That's all I can do for now. We're still baby level.
Alrighty. Holly, you are up.
Okay. Seeing that I no longer have to worry about two of them, I'm going to reach forward to the one in front of me and cast Inflict Wounds.
You got boop its snoot and flick wounds.
Yes.
Do fish
Point
have
its little
snoots?
head sacky thing.
Ew.
That's a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
And a total of 26 damage.
And almost like a rush of ravens coming out and reaching around your hand. And then as you go to not just boop the snoot, but almost as if an entire wave hits their face and it's just... You see as the face begins to split and splinter and just gets shocked back before the body goes slump and then hits the ground dead.
Oof.
Nice. And that is it for me.
Alrighty. Good. 2. That. Excuse me. Alrighty. And with that, enough ruckus has been made to where people are awake. I need Mirad, Roloi, and Winry to all make roll me initiative while I set this up.
Alrighty.
Well, Winry rolled a dirty 20.
Go,
Nice.
Winry.
My temporal awareness allows me to add my intelligence bonus to my initiative rolls.
Woo.
I got 16.
That's pretty good. 23.
Damn.
Ooh.
Us threes in the corner.
Rolly coming out, kicking the door down.
Boom, baby. Someone has disturbed his nap. Not okay.
Disturbed his nap after he did a considerable amount of magic.
Oh. I made an oopsie. Okay. Alrighty. So now. Da, da, da. Let's see. And then run. And what was Rolai's again?
23.
Okay. So now top of the round, Rolai, you are up. Winry, you're on deck.
Oh my.
Roger that.
You'll more than likely be exiting out through this door.
Great. Let's see. Well, can you measure me out a 10-foot radius?
I can.
It's a little hard to tell on the ship.
Yeah, as soon as I can find my dial. Where did it go?
Just enjoy the musical interlude, folks.
Where is it? Where is it? Please forgive me. I'm not exactly sure where I put my
5 points from Gryffindor.
Damn it.
Don't worry, catch the
Good
snitch and
God.
you'll earn them right back.
5 billion points to Griffin. Griffin Puff, fuck you, Snape.
See. Yeah, I can't believe it. One thing I didn't want to lose, and I lost it.
Oh, good.
Alright. Here's what I will do.
Get a laser pointer.
Time for ruler strats.
So this is about 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius.
There you go. That works.
Hopefully that will do for now.
Okay.
Safe to say you don't want to harm us, at least, for common sense.
Oh, yes. Don't worry about that.
For now.
Who's
So,
to say we won't do something dumb later?
suffice to say, a 20-foot radius would be double this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And, I can't see the sahuagin. That did they get bowled over the side, or did they just come up?
Oh, one went up the stairs, and you've got the one between me and Holly directly within your sight.
Yeah, I see 2 more over the side of the ship.
I think
Well,
there's
3 more.
3,
3
yeah.
more, technically.
We don't know.
Yeah,
seen
there's
them
2
yet.
on.
Okay.
I'll put you here then.
Yeah, I think...
I'm taking about 20 feet of your movement, Rolite, because you have to go from below deck up deck.
Cotton would point out to the one up above you because it's technically behind you. She doesn't want you getting jumped.
I know we survived the storm, but why are we celebrating with a party?
It's not a
This-
party.
For us, maybe.
I didn't invite these guests.
I see. Well, this situation requires... Cha-cha-cha.
I know you mess with time, buddy, but today's the time.
Yes, well, first things first, I'm going to look between all of my comrades. Any of them look hurt?
A little bit on Holly and a little bit on
Cotton.
Cotton.
I see. I'm going to nod, and I'm going to be like, you could take a bit more. And he's going to slam his staff into the ground, and he's going to summon 3 more of himself from separate timelines. And they all greet each other, pat each other on the back, shake hands.
Doctor,
I cast...
Doctor.
Roloi, love what you did with the hair this timeline. And I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself.
The look of pure confusion on Cotton.
Wenry off in the distance. Oh god, there's 3 of them!
This is getting ridiculous. Now there are 4 of me.
Why are you saying ridiculous? You're the one that cast it.
Which one's the real one? You decide. Vote now on your phones. Right, I forgot those haven't been invented yet.
God, I love time wizards. All right, is that
Time Wizard! I'm going to get in close with both Cotton and Holly and the sahuagin. And I will just be there.
Okay.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right. Next up is Winry. You're on deck.
Well, I think the first thing I'm gonna have to do is get up.
Yeah.
That is half your movement, unfortunately.
I don't think I have to move very far, given this guy's right next to me.
Yeah.
And, let's see here. So, given he is so close, Wenry will be using Shocking Grasp.
Just grab the angle.
Yeah, as it's just like, as you look, it's just like those little large fins like kind of pop out. Like, kind of like in Jurassic Park.
The Dilophosaurus?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, like, ah!
While actually inaccurate, I do understand the reference.
Yeah.
Alright, so, let me see. To hit, I rolled a nat 1. That's a 6. Fudge.
Yeah. As you go and jump up to try and grab the little angle, You just barely miss as you land back down on your feet. Ha!
Poor baby.
Wenry will probably just be like, well, crap.
You're doing great, sweetie.
She's gonna hold out her staff, just like try to keep it between her and the sahuagin. Just like, you stay away. Don't touch me.
Yeah, and with that, it is now Hoogan's turn.
Ah, man.
It's okay. It only grabbed one of the Rolois.
No, but there's still more. Golden rule, though,
Alrighty.
do not cast Fireball on the ship.
Alright. Make some attacks.
Oh boy.
Alright. Rolloy! This attack is coming at you at an 8. Assuming that misses. And Holly, another. Oh. Yeah, he is muted. And Holly, that's going to be a 9 to hit. So I'm assuming not.
Sorry,
No.
yes. An 8 would miss, but he has to roll to see if he even hits the real me first.
That's true.
Oh, right, mirror image.
I rolled a 16, so plus 1, that's 17.
That would hit the real me, but the 8 still does not hit my AC.
Okay. Well then, you're perfectly fine.
Da-da-da.
But it also
All
doesn't
right,
remove any of the mirror images. So
Alright. Murad, you are up.
I'm gonna come up right behind that dude that's behind
Holly.
Holly.
It's going to take up 20 feet of your movement just to get out.
And he's
That's
dead.
10. Yeah, no, it's 10 feet because Captain's quarters is at the top side of the deck.
That's fine either way. I have 40 feet of
Yeah.
movement.
Sorry, had to keep double checking my ship notes.
It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying to flank that dude right there. That's behind Holly.
So to
So I
like hop
can-
over the rail a little bit.
Yeah.
Ah.
Flanking on either side. Let's go.
And I am going to do sneak attack.
Alrighty.
Now, I've never played a rogue, so I will be welcome to any corrections.
So you make an attack, and if you hit, you could add your sneak attack damage on top of that.
Okay.
So long as you were hidden, or someone was within 5 feet of them.
Yeah.
Yep, and Holly's right there.
Yep.
So I will. Let's see. I'm trying to attack with this. What the fuck? That's an 8. I need to get me some of those dice because these digital dice do not like me.
They're evil.
Alright, unfortunately that does miss as you go and aim with the blade as you just barely hit the large, almost shell-like adornment as it hits. It feels like you're hitting a rock.
Okay. And then, as my bonus action, I will use my offhanded dagger to attack.
Alright,
That is a 20.
Hey!
that will hit.
It's a dirty 20. So,
Still, it's a good hit.
so that's a 1. And I don't know if I can add this on or not. It says at will, and it's a warlock ability. It's the green flame.
Oh,
Green
green
flame
flame blade?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would cast that as an... Is green flame blade a bonus action, or is it an action?
It's a cantrip.
Well, no,
Well,
it's
yes,
the
but-
timing of the
Oh, yeah,
action.
yeah.
Hold on.
Oh,
I can
okay,
tell
so
you.
it's an action. Okay, sorry. I see that now.
Yeah.
All right. I
Green
will
Flame
do
Blade,
that
I think
next
you
time.
cast it and swing as part of the action.
So it's like
But
moving
you
blade
do-
then.
You do get your sneak attack as well on this.
Oh, right.
Since you hit.
That is a 6. D6. So I will add that on. That is a another 3 points of piercing damage.
Alrighty. There we go. Alright, good to know. Alright, and that will be the end of Mirad's turn.
Yes.
Alright. Number 2. Movement. Alrighty, and then the one that's the Holly and Cotton. Okay. So, first attack is going to be on Holly. It's going to be 18 to hit.
Hits.
Alright, taking 7 points of piercing damage. Next up is Winry.
Yep.
Oh, natural 1.
And that does not hit.
Alright, second one.
They got the rookie of the team attacking me, don't worry.
And as for the second one, it's going to be an 18 to hit.
Who's it hitting? Me?
Winry.
Ah, yes, that does hit.
Alright. You are taking... Down to the throne version. You are taking 7 points of piercing damage as this one gets up to the top and then immediately chucks it at you as you feel it cut the side of your leg and it just pierces the wood of the ship.
Ah!
That will be the end
My
of
ship!
group 2. Yep. Quit damaging my ship! Alright, Cotton, you are up. Holly, you are on deck.
Cool. She's gonna swing at that guy again with her long claws. But
Okay.
she's also going to rage just to add an extra bit of fun to that. Now, my question is, it adds a +2 to that, but I already had the +2 from flanking, so am I adding a +4? The rage is a +2 to my attacks.
Then yeah.
Okay, so I'm adding
2 plus
2
2,
more.
4.
Thank you. I have to make sure I'm adding the
Yeah.
correct amount of counters here, or whatever you want to call them. All right,
Yeah, no, it's
so
fine.
let's go. Long claws. That's a natural 20.
Hey! Alrighty.
This guy is going to explode.
Yep. So she basically, you see her claws kind of dig into the deck a little bit, and she just... Imagine basically, I guess, an up front and center lion's roar, like, at 4K, and just swings at it, taking its head clean
Alright.
off if she can.
As you go, and almost as if this thing, after attacking you, Holly, you suddenly see its entire head go missing after something had just almost grabbing it and then holding in her hand, Murad, as you see it, the head of a sahuagin and the almost burning, glowing eye of a very angered Cotton.
She... let's see. Does it take a thing? So I have a question, because I already get jump with my bestial trigger. Do I still get to use it?
Is it a bonus action?
It just says time 1, but doesn't say anything else. It says no action.
1!
It says no action next to it.
If it says no action next to it, then it should be just a thing you can do.
Okay, because if that is...
Because
she's-
that's something that my sneak attack says. It says no action next to it.
Yeah. Also, for posterity, that +2 is to your damage, not to your to hit.
Oh, okay, well, either way.
You got a natural 20, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Oh, I thought you were talking about the home rule. Never mind.
No.
No.
It's the jump for her bestial trigger. So it's
Yeah,
part of her movement, and she's not actually casting the spell. She's using the jump that we had to finagle.
It is an action to cast jump.
But it's not the spell, it's part of her trigger. Remember, we said we were adding the jump spell because
Oh, is this the Barbarian's Primal Leap ability?
not yet. This is part of the. This is Chimerican.
Yeah.
We had to
We're
finagle
experimenting
it.
with this. Okay, yeah, no, I get it.
So
All
she's
right.
gonna jump and clean over that other, over that one next to Winry to the east of her and
Boing.
be in front of it to help her out, seeing as everyone else is down below.
Whoops.
So she's going
Just kind of flipping through the air.
and then does she still have a free action?
Let's see.
You know what? Never mind. I just realized it's at a -1, so I'm not going to try it for now. But she is identifying as a problem, at least to help out Winry.
Alrighty.
Winry appreciates this.
Okay, and that will summarize that.
And that's all I can do.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Next up is Holly and Rolla. You're on deck.
Woo! So Holly, seeing that Hagen basically explode, is going to give Cotton a good nod of thanks. And then she's going to, when Cotton jumps over, she's going to follow that direction to get just behind Cotton by where she can be between Cotton and Winry. And then she is going to cast Prayer of Healing on all three of them, Cotton, Winry, and herself.
That takes 10 minutes, hon.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Oh.
Prayer of Healing is a. Yeah.
Okay. So then I'll cast Healing Word.
Sweet.
All right.
And I will
Something to
cast
note.
it on...
Something to note: you are leaving one of the sahuagin's areas of attack. It will make an opportunity on you. Just to know.
Okay.
Healing Word doesn't require you to move. I think it's 60 feet for Healing Word.
Yes.
It is.
So long as it's a character
Yes.
that you can see and they can hear you.
Yes,
Yeah, if you want to just stay still and not take this.
That's up to you.
Okay. Then I will. I will stay still, and I will cast Healing Word on Winry.
Alrighty.
Hooray! How much healing damage am I taking?
7.
You completely nullified his attack. Thanks.
Yay!
I am
and
back
also
up to full.
Something to note: healing spells are a bonus action in this game.
Oh, so you still have an action.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just can't do a healing spell and then a leveled spell, so you can do like a physical like attack on someone.
Can I do 2 healing spells?
No.
Okay.
Again, that's a leveled spell.
Oh, right. Please. I'm still rusty. Just give me a round or two to
It's
get
also-
used to
no,
it
that's
again.
that's a homebrew.
Yeah,
that's
it's a homebrew
that's a
here.
house
Yeah.
brew.
Yeah, this is my rule, so don't worry. We're taking it slow.
So then Holly is going to whip out her hand axes,
Both of them?
and she's going
Ooh.
to turn around. Yes, both of them. Because they both have the light tag, so she should be able to dual wield them.
Yes.
And she is going to go for the Sahuagin behind her.
Alrighty. As you whisper, almost as if this shade of healing comes over you, Winry, and then you turn and you're gonna take your 2 swings.
You have a
One
plus
was
2.
a 9 and one was an 11.
The
Oh, okay.
first one hits, the
so
second
then,
one does not.
Okay.
Yeah. Doing the math.
And that's 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. Alrighty. They are looking bloody. Okay. And with that, is that the end of Holly's turn?
Yep.
Alright, Rolla, you're up. Winry, you're on deck. Top of the round.
Roger that.
All 4 Rolloys say simultaneously, "Well, this is a fine mess." And he hoists his staff into the air and slams it down at his feet, and an area of pure magical time-altering effects burst out from within him. I want to move to see. I think I can just barely get all 3 of these sahuagin and both Holly and Murad in this as well.
Let's see.
If I could possibly angle that, even if I have to move out of this dude's space to take an opportunity attack.
What's the area?
A 10-foot radius.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff.
We love timey-wimey shenanigans.
So beyond that is a radius, right?
Yeah. You could get those two, yes. And as well as those two sahuagin.
Just the 2 of them, then?
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right. Then, seeing as how Holly's been taking a beating, I want to move closer to her when I do this.
You also have the mirror image, so he still has to try and hit you.
That is true.
That is true. All right, well then...
Needs to roll a d20 first.
Yep. So 14? Connor?
Sorry, I'm looking. That does hit a duplicate.
Okay. Then to see if it actually hits you. Ha! 3.
3?
Does the mirror image flip him off?
The duplicate is fine. As I sort of jaunt out of the way, getting over to. Oh well, if I'll get even closer then. When I do this, I'm just gonna wedge myself between Holly and Murad.
That'll
be fun.
Let me just scooch right on in here.
Can I talk to you about your car's extended warranty?
I can talk to you.
Let me talk to you about your ship's extended warranty.
Put him right here now.
And I slam my staff into the ground as an area of time-altering magic both heals my allies and drains the sahuagin of their vitality, all in one, as I cast Wither and Bloom.
Woohoo!
I'm going to need the sahuagin to make a Constitution saving throw.
Let's see, and that's 2 of them, so... So the first one is going to be a 19, and the other one is going to be a 7.
19 succeeds, 7 fails. I believe 19 takes half damage. Yes, half damage.
Alrighty.
As well, one creature of my choice within the area can spend and roll one of its unspent hit dice to regain a number of hit points equal to the roll plus my spellcasting ability modifier. I'm going to choose Holly for this.
Thank you.
My spellcasting ability modifier is 3. So you can roll a hit dice and add 3 to it.
How do I roll a hit dice in D&D Beyond?
It should be up on your short rests, and you could literally just expend a hit dice, or
just roll the on the bottom left.
Or you could just roll a straight hit dice. Whatever your hit dice is for cleric.
All
right, so you heal 12.
Thank you.
And the sahuagin will be taking 8 or 4 if they succeeded necrotic damage.
As these two having as their bodies get drained, you can see one takes it much harder than the other as they both begin to kind of wither and fade a bit as the pale green becomes very sickly pale and green.
Ew.
Holly puts her hand on Rolloy's shoulder and says, "Thank you, friend."
Of course!
But which one?
All 3.
Oh, man, you have that many arms?
Alrighty, and with that, the end of Rollo's turn is now Winry.
All right. I think I might try again at that shocking grasp.
Okay.
And let's see if that one hits. Mother, it's another one.
Whoa.
That
Even +5 for my hit. It's a 6.
Alright.
I don't.
As you go in, the electricity begins to kind of extend out of your fingers as you try and grab the large sahuagin again. It just backs up just quick enough. You're so small.
That's why Cotton came to your rescue.
Please.
Protect us small.
Alrighty.
Well, she isn't hurt anymore, so.
For now.
Alright. With that, it is now top of the round for these guys. Let's see. Alright.
Boy.
So, Rolloy, Holly, and then Rolloy, Holly, and Mirad. I'm gonna go after all three of you.
Shoot me.
Sounds good.
All three of
Alright.
them or all three of Rolloy first and then...
I'll start with Mirad as I'll go across the board. Alright. So 18 to hit for Mirad.
That works.
5 to hit for Holly. And
I'm guessing that does not hit.
7 to
No.
hit for 7 to hit for Rolloy.
Hits a clone.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's true. All right, and Mirad, you are taking 8 points of piercing damage,
Okie dokie.
and that will be the end of their round. As it is now Mirad's turn.
Okay. Let's see. Which one attacked me? I think it doesn't matter. I think I can just... Which one looks like it's hurting?
They're all a little hurting. The one that just like finally got over the deck is probably as fresh as they come.
Okay. Then I am going to thwack the one that I have been hitting. I'm gonna use my green flame. I think it's part of my action to use it, as you said, to activate it for my sword.
Yes.
Okay. So when I try to. Why? Another 3. I got an 8. Like, I have a +5. I should be able to hit things.
Part of the game.
First episode jitters.
Yep. Roll them out. Roll them out.
Let's
All
see. Then bonus action. Gonna hit him with my dagger, which I do hit.
You could add just an attack on that.
Do it.
Yep.
Do it.
And then that's a 3 plus a 2, so that's 5 points of damage for
Does the green
dagger.
flame blade have like a fire ability, or is that just on your first hit?
Let me think. Let me see. Shoo. Oh my god, I'm trying to read this and then.
All right.
Let's see.
I'm going to describe the scene real quick. As
Okay, go for it.
you go and try and swing with the sword, it clashes with the spear before you take your blade and stick the dagger right under the neck and then slice open its throat.
Hell yeah.
Goodbye to that one.
Sneaky rogue.
Yup.
All right.
We love rogues here.
And then I'm gonna
Alrighty.
use my movement. Let's see, to get behind the other one that's next to Holly. I have 40 movement.
Flanking.
Yup. That's what I'm good at. I'm a sneaky little rogue.
Sneaky
Alrighty.
snack.
Stick a snug.
And that will be my turn.
Alrighty. Good to know. Alright. It is now the ones up on deck. Gonna have an attack on... Ooh. Oh, no, it's still in space.
Since when do we go into space?
Alrighty. As this one goes and picks up its spear, and one attack on Cotton and one attack on Winry.
Oh boy.
Oh, please do hit me.
Alright, so the
Yes,
first
please,
one is
hit
going to
the
be...
big burly bear.
First one, Cotton. It's going to be a 13 to hit.
Fails.
Alright, so that one misses as you literally just bring up the long claws as you could just feel only connection, but no grind as it gleans off of your claws as the spear comes over wide. And Winry, that is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Alright. That is going to be 4 points of piercing damage.
Owie!
Alrighty. And with that, it's going to be the end of their turns. Cotton, you are up. Holly, you're on deck.
She's still gonna swing at it. She's not flanking with it, but she will move to get flanking. Alright, so she's +7. Here we go again. That will be a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright, and the slashing damage is 9.
Okay.
Oh, actually,
This one's looking-
11, because she gets a +2 to that. My bad.
Because of the
The
rage.
+2 goes on the rage. Yeah, she is raging, so...
Alright. As you literally come over and you literally just dig your claws in and then rip them backwards as the rather bluish blood begins to leak out of this one. This one's barely on its legs. It's very mortal.
Yep. What
Alright.
Winry hears, and I guess the creatures hear, is just a very angry growling behind him.
Yep.
Listen,
Alrighty.
to Winry, it's comfort. Just like, oh good, that's my friend growling.
Okay.
Angry chihuahua noises.
Holly, is that the end of Cotton's turn?
Yeah, it is. It's still baby levels. We don't have extra attacks
Yeah.
yet.
I understand. The barbarians are also very simple. Attack, done.
Yeah, I can't
Alright.
cast my healing while when I'm raging, though. That's why I can't do the bonus action yet.
That's true. Alright, Holly, you are up. Rolla, you're on deck.
Okay,
Now we're getting
so
a flow. We're
I
getting
think
a flow.
I'm gonna
Oh.
do another heal here. I'm gonna do a cure wounds on myself just to bump myself up a little bit more.
Alrighty.
So
That
that's
looks-
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so I can't cast a leveled spell, but can I cast a cantrip?
As long as it is a bonus action.
Okay, I don't
Yeah,
think
it'll-
this is.
Yeah, it'll say next to it, like 1A or 1BA. BA is a bonus action.
Okay. Alright, so then I am going to go for my axes again.
Yep.
On the one that's in front of Murad.
Okay. That's a +2 on this attack, too, as well.
So the first one was a
Alright.
3. The second one is a
12.
12.
12 with
That-
the extra 2.
The 12 will definitely hit as you literally swing for a distraction, and then as you backhand one of the axes, you go and swing, and it connects.
Okay. And there's for 4.
Pow.
Alrighty.
Boom.
To whack. Dab.
Alrighty. As you go thwack, you see the axe kind of dig into the arm quite a bit before pulling it out and then righting it once again. Alrighty. And that will be end of Holly's turn. Roloi, you're up. Winry, you're on deck.
Roy shouts above the din of combat, "Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to go back to sleep." And he raises his staff into the air, and the one that Cotton is currently fighting the one that Mirad is currently fighting and the one that Holly is currently next to are all going to get hit with some magic missiles!
Woo! We love magic
All right,
missiles.
and I know those do not miss.
That is correct. They're just going to take some damage here. The one next to Cotton is going to take 2 force damage.
As you literally shoot one of the missiles up, it literally just goes through the neck, and you see the body slump over the side of the railing and fall back into the ocean.
You're welcome.
Just kind of
And
hear a
then
snarl.
the one next to Holly is going to take 3 force damage.
Again, as another missile goes over just right between the eyes, and
You're welcome. And one more for Ginny and the Wimp. We're climbing. We're counting.
I get it.
4 force damage to the one in front of Mirad.
Well, it's actually in front of you.
oh, that was
Oh, that one's in front of you.
okay. So you're next to Holly. So if
Oh,
that damage.
right. Yes.
No, it's
well, then the one in front of me.
it's all right, the other one was already gonna die on that damage anyways, but I will
I see.
account for it. Let's see. 12. Okay. Alrighty.
And then I am going to trace some magic sigils in the air with one hand, and with my pinky finger on the other hand, holding my staff, I trace another different sigil at the same time. And I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to quicken spell a firebolt at the one next to Winry.
Oh yeah, spell sorcerer initiate.
Yeah, meta magic initiate.
Let's go.
That's really cool. Makes sense too.
Poor
I'm
Wendy
not
hasn't
sure.
learned a
Does an
single
11 hit?
11 does not hit, unfortunately.
Darn.
Aw.
Well,
Just barely
I
misses.
raise my staff, and its eyes glow as 2 purple beams of fire shut out towards the stake and completely miss. Ah! Still sleepy.
Alrighty, and just like goes barely overhead, and it goes between the fins, and goes long. Alrighty,
That's my turn.
and Winry, you are up.
Alright, Winry is tired of missing with a shocking grasp. She's gonna try Witch Bolt instead.
Oh, fuck
Be
yeah.
spicy.
That is 18!
18
Get his
will
ass.
hit.
And it is a 1d12 damage.
That's right. fucking get
Only
his ass,
5,
fucking
but
get
you
him.
know what? She's tired of this thing being on her boat and wrecking her ship.
Taking shit off the ship, actually.
Both.
Alrighty, as connects. As you see, as it like kind of looking like a like Master Windu, as he's just like ah.
Is this thing susceptible to lightning damage?
Just remind you,
Ironically, yes.
if it survives somehow to your next turn, you could also just immediately go do it again. Just keep that in mind.
Yep.
Alrighty. Alright, and that will be the and when we turn, I'm assuming. As-
Real quick, I didn't get the answer. Is this thing susceptible to lightning?
Yes.
Okay, does that boost any damage, or...?
If it's vulnerable to lightning
Yeah.
damage, then it would double it.
That is true, and it did.
Oh, so then it takes 10. It takes 10
Hot
damage.
damn.
Kind of wish I rolled a higher number.
You're
so it was
tasing it.
like-
They are very watery boys.
Very moist.
That's why I was
Alright.
thinking lightning
Moist
attacks.
boys.
Yep. Yeah, very moist boys. Alrighty.
I love these moist boys.
as the crackling of lightning just reaches out from the palm of your hand. You see as it kind of just burns a bit into the guy. All right. That will be the end of Winry's turn, I'm assuming?
Let me see. Don't believe there's anything I can safely do without triggering like a reaction or anything. So, Winry will be staying put, still keeping that witch bolt on him.
You got help.
Okay. Now it's turn. You hear as one of the sahuagins on the deck scream out this rather unusual watery language before both begin to turn towards the boat and begin to make their way off.
That would mean leaving your space.
Up. Yep. Your reaction attack.
Yep. Go ahead.
Let's see. So she is probably going to bonk him with her staff.
Do you have
Alrighty.
Warcaster?
Do I have Warcaster?
You can use a spell as well.
I do not believe I have Warcaster. Do I?
It'll say so under your...
I believe you have Gift of the Metallic Dragon.
Okay, then yeah, no, never mind. So yeah, bonk him.
Yeah.
Thud.
It is going to be bonk. Let's see here. So +1 to hit. Nat 20!
Oh my
Alrighty.
god!
You're pissed off!
Ankle
I am
biter
pissed
moment.
I am pissed off. Probably grab his foot with my frickin' with the hook of the staff. Let's see here. So, bludgeoning.
Rafiki his ass.
Okay, that is a crit 6.
So 12.
Squash banana.
No,
Alright.
it already calculated, so the crit is 6.
Oh, okay.
No, so that's 6 in total. After that's 6 in total for the dice roll, then it's times 2.
Well, that's what D20 D20 calculated that. It would naturally just be a 1d6, so it rolled 2.
It does not calculate that. It actually
The
does
number-
not calculate that. Yeah.
The way we're doing it here is that the number you roll is doubled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
I know. Crits are fucking vicious.
He got a big bad bonk.
Let me say this for the notion. When it says crit above it, that's just to mark that it was a crit attack. It is.
Okay.
It doesn't double anything. The doubling is house rule.
Roger
so
that.
yes, 12. So as you begin to see, as this creature's being electrocuted, goes to turn and tries to dive off the side of the ship before you take the hook of your staff and pull it, and you see it just falls so hard on the side of the railing, you see the entirety of the head just snap and then just stop moving.
Ooh.
Don't piss off the smalls!
Ankle biter moments. Let's go.
All four of the
Alright.
clones go, ooh.
Are you also
Alrighty.
attacking the one leaving, Roloi? And technically Holly?
No, why not?
Yes, I will.
Hey,
Well,
2
that
bonus
being-
attacks. Why not?
That being said, it is this Sahuagin's turn, and he will attempt to leave. So Holly and Rolei, let me know what you guys do.
Roloi will cock his head back, and he will ram his horns towards this thing. I'm gonna try to ram him.
Headbutt.
All right.
No, more like, oh, I've been impaled.
V headbutt. Oh, that's great. That's 18.
Nice.
That will hit.
Thud. For 4 bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty. Okay.
Holly is going
Still up.
to toll the dead.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
So
I've
you
not
have
heard
to
this one before.
make a wisdom saving throw.
Warcaster?
Yep.
Yes, Warcaster.
Natural 1.
All right. Take 3 necrotic damage.
Alright.
Juicy.
As you do Toll of the Dead, almost as if a small swarm of ravens just, as they crawl across the ocean, you hear, and it begins to echo on him, as Rolai goes to stab him with the horns. You see more of his life begins to slightly drain away as he's barely on his last legs as he goes to jump and escape.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if you guys have a ranged attack, if you're up next, just saying.
Yep. Alrighty. And with that, with the end of the Sahuagin's turn, Mirad, you are up.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go peek over the edge.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna...
You see
what do I
as just through the darkness of the water, it is heavily obscured, but you can kind of see a shape in the water. You're going to need to make any attack with disadvantage.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Okay. I was gonna create a little tendril thingy with my warlock ability, but instead I will probably do Eldritch Blast.
Oh shit. Say the thing, Warlock.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast!
And I roll an 8! Like, yay! It's a 13. 13 to
that
hit.
will hit. It is with disadvantage, though.
Oh, yeah,
Roll
you're right.
again.
Okay. Roll again. 12!
Hey!
That will hit.
Okay.
Fuck you! You stole from us, I'ma kick your ass.
And that's 9 points of force damage.
Alright, as you lean back your arm, you feel the slight draw in the ebb and flow of the water. Right before, almost as if giving it a twist as it shoots into the water, and then you see a small pulse. And then slowly rising up is a dead Sahuagin riding on the waves. And with that, we meet the end of combat.
Shot, Captain.
Aaron,
Yes.
I don't know if we solidified this, but do I have to make a roll to get out of rage right now with the beast trigger
We're
involved?
We're about to find out.
Oh boy.
But before that, before we do, we're going to take a quick break.
Hey!
Oh, thank goodness. We've been going for a while.
Yeah. I know. I went like 30 minutes over, but like, I know I had the space to do it.
5e
Alright.
combat, ladies and gentlemen.
Right? I know.
Takes a long time.
But at least the good news is that we're no longer on a 3-hour schedule, we're on a 4-hour schedule.
Yeah!
Yeah, something else that I needed to announce at the beginning of these games. Oh well. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a quick 10-minute break. We will be right back. See you guys then.
E.
Yeah!
Yeah.
All right.
Hi.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yo.
Hello.
Alrighty. So, as we end combat.
First combat.
Yeah, first combat. I'm very happy for you.
We did it.
Great.
First combat, and not a single enemy got to walk away.
Got a few natural 20s in there. That was nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty. With that. As combat begins to end and everyone's blood begins to settle. Cotton,
Yeah.
I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh boy. Saving throw. That is a +1. This is a 12.
Well, okay. As you, in your mentality, the heartbeat, the rush of blood, as you look over towards what is many of the dead sahuagins out and around you, there is almost something bestial that wants to eat.
Oh.
As the only one that can see up here in the forecastle is Winry, as you, Cotton, go to grab one of the sahuagin, and as you open your maw just for a moment, and then suddenly you snap back.
Yeah.
With this creature in your hands dead, and you
Just out of
Suddenly-
reflex, just and just tosses it off the boat and just hold her head like, oh no.
Winry will immediately come over, just like, Miss Cotton, are you okay? Please.
I'm fine. Just the ears are
Okay.
pinned back against her head.
Okay, come on. Let's get you down to the main deck. Let's settle down. That was quite surprising, quite an adrenaline rush.
I'm fine. I'll just go. It's fine.
Okay, if you're sure. And Winry will probably try to shovel off whatever remains of another with her staff.
Yeah, as guys begin to slowly try and toss some of these sahuagin off, you convene onto the main deck. and
Gonna see if
begin
they
a
have
slight
any of our stuff.
Discussion. Yeah. As you take hold of some of your supplies, much of the rations are gone. You're probably
Great.
down to maybe 3 days worth of rations left over at this point, and enough water to last you the week, and that's about it.
Bastards.
Well, it looks like we're resupplying as soon as we get to port.
Why did they take the water?
You know, that's a very good question.
That's what I'm saying.
If it's coordinated, they have a leader. She says she's coming down. She's like
Oh.
pinching the bridge of her nose with the pads of her hands.
Right, so
AKA
they're
a
just
dick
specifically out to kill us then. I see.
Perhaps not us in particular, but a ship. And we just happen to be the next one to come along.
Right. Well, does anyone know how to cook sahuagin?
I know how to cook fish, but I don't feel comfortable with cooking sahuagin.
Why not?
I am in the same boat. I'd be more than happy to help fish up something, but
What's the? I don't follow. What's is?
this is a sentient being. As much as
Fishes
it was
are
our enemy,
sentient.
it is a sentient being.
Fishes are sentient.
It's a little different when the fish can walk.
Oh, I see.
She's talking humanoid.
Yeah, I'm not cooking that. I can cook you other stuff though.
Right. Well, if that's the line we're drawing, then I'm not going to argue.
It's also, we don't know if that would be good for anybody here or not.
That is a valid point, actually.
Cotton saying that in the sense of, like, I almost ate something. Like, no, and no. She doesn't say that out loud, but it's just, like, the mental note of, I almost ate that. Mm-mm.
As it is, we do have enough rations to also accessorize, so if we do want to catch something, then we can, although it's not exactly ideal hours for fishing.
Let's see. Would it be? I mean, I guess suppose not. Or at least not for your typical catch.
Would Wenry know the ideal hours for fishing?
Out in this area, no. Not particularly.
Would she know in general a good time? Just like typically in the morning, typically in the evening?
About typically in the morning. As it gets to the colder hours, you might find it more pertinent to try and get like things like crab.
Crab.
Crap.
Oh, goodness me.
Crap, good.
Meanwhile, Khan's just gonna clean off the claws. It's just kind of gooey.
Yeah. Hold on. As things settle,
Just gonna
as the rest
clean
of the
the
night
deck.
goes on. Yeah. You
Mira,
guys spend a little bit of time assessing the situation and settling things back in, going back to sleep before the new day begins. And you guys, as you exit out and see the island for the first time, this massive isle that sits very nicely between this space between Celsium and Hollingrad.
Do we have a map where Wenry would be able to orient herself?
I have the world map.
If you go to Sandtide notes, it's pinned.
Oh, I know, but do we,
Oh,
the
yeah.
characters,
Oh,
have a
yeah,
map?
of course
yes.
we do. Yes,
Yeah.
Mirad would not
Okay, good.
leave the shore or any dock without a map and a heading.
Well, then, in discussions with Mirad's assistants, Wenry would try to figure out if this map is documented on the... Or, excuse me, if this island is documented on the map.
It is, as marked by Alois.
Alright. Well, it seems we could probably stop here for something. If nothing else, to at least stock up on food. Maybe some extra water, if we can find a few barrels.
We should have barrels.
Looking out onto that island, you notice for the first time getting close as you do. You notice that there are several shipwrecks on the beach side of this island.
Just Wenry or everybody?
Everybody. You would notice. You would definitely notice it on as you approach and get closer. There are several ships, as well as some that look more official than others.
Huh.
Well, welcome to Isle Jornada del Muerto.
Well, the first thing Wenry would do is probably ask Captain Mirad to keep an extra care on watching for rocks or anything.
And he kind of just raises an eyebrow. It's just like, it's like as if he wasn't already doing that. He's like, yes, ma'am.
Wenry's just gives a little sigh. I'm sorry, this is my first ship. I don't want it to be ruined. I am very sorry. I'm not questioning your skill. I'm just saying, please take care of my baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Captain Mirad. Thank you. Nervous mom vibes.
As the next hour passes in the early morning, as you begin to make sure, anchoring the ship and descending upon the beach side where you see this massive shipwreck of multiple ships having almost looked like that they were forcefully rammed onto into making land, and many of them have turned over, capsized, kind of strewn about carelessly. You also notice that some of the high tides could have definitely pushed one ship as one is kind of just leaning on top of the other.
We either need to be careful about the tides here, or we need to make sure that someone always stays on this ship to make sure that they don't try to move it without our consent.
I think the ship doesn't move without you.
I think so too, but I'm still getting used to it. So, it's always good to be cautious. Also, don't want anybody to steal our stuff again.
No, we do not.
Also, as you make footfall on the sand of the beach side here, Winry, make me another wisdom check. With
Another
advantage.
wisdom check.
Yeah, with advantage.
Wisdom with advantage. All right. Let me move my mouse on over to there, and let's see. First check is a nat 20.
I think the nat 20 works.
I don't think I'll be doing better than that.
Except another nat 20.
Right. It's true. So, Winry, loudly and sharply do you hear that ring between your horns once again. It just... the call and the pull of the entity that you've known on your island for so long. It was here. He was here. At some point.
Winry gets a little bit of a buzz of excitement, just like, okay. Who wants to wander with me? I am excited to explore this place.
I love wandering.
Then you are with me, Mr. Rilloy.
I mean,
Excellent.
I wouldn't be letting you go by yourself either.
Then you are also welcome, Miss Cotton. Miss Holly, Captain Murad.
You can just call me Cotton.
I will try to get better about that, Cotton.
You did it! So proud of you.
I'm gonna make sure that our stuff is stowed away properly, but I'll catch up, I guess.
All right.
I would be happy to accompany the party.
Don't get lost.
Alright. Murad, you also notice on those various ships there is the possibility, at least in your mind, that there might be some supplies that you can scavenge for.
Loot!
If you spot anything down there, be sure to just bring it back up.
Alright.
Of course.
And don't wander too far.
Yeah, we're alright, we're alright. just
like-
doing like the wave off, like, we're okay, we're okay.
Just a lot
What
of...
are you, my dad?
No, but I am your captain.
You're not hairy enough to be him.
It might as well be the same damn thing.
Calling you dad!
Gross.
As a lot of you, so are you walking into the island or are you walking towards the shipwreck?
Let's see. I was under the impression that we were going towards the island.
Well, if we're looking for supplies first, if it's right there...
Yeah, if we're looking for supplies first, definitely we're gonna try to raid the ship, as it were.
Just wanted to be sure. Alright, so as you make your way over to the two ships, one is just absolutely decimated with no names whatsoever. Holly and Cotton, as you begin to get a closer inspection, you notice that these ships have been stripped of their cannons and ballista, as well as the names of both ships, one the Merryweather and the other the Squall Carver, sorry.
Huh.
One of these ships, however, the Merryweather, is bearing the rather tattered flag of Alernon. And the other one looks like it contained a Jolly Roger at some point.
Well, one's a long way from home.
It's odd that they're missing specifically their weapons.
Is it if it's in the sense of someone is obviously trying to have firepower?
My concern is more who is trying to have firepower and if they are close by.
That is a valid concern.
Upon approaching and getting a bit of a closer look, anyone want to... Has investigation? I have a lot of you. Wow, none of you have investigation. Okay. Who wants to roll investigation?
I mean, I can. Who's got
Do
a?
we all want to give it a try?
I'll do it.
Alrighty.
Pretty good. 21.
21. Definitely very good. As you go and make your way up on top of the ship, as you begin to inspect the Merryweather, you notice that it has taken a substantial amount of damage. Much of its top deck supplies has kind of been stripped clean. As you go and inspect the lower deck and you begin to kind of make a wee bit of noise, you begin to hear a little bit of pounding coming below you.
Is there someone
Like,
Is there someone trapped down there?
if you need me to rip something up, I'll do it.
I believe you have the claws for it, by all means. Still trying to get used to not calling you Miss Cotton.
Just, it's alright.
Cotton.
Just call me Cotton.
Yeah, as, like, you guys are having this discussion, you hear, help!
Yeah, Cotton.
Somebody out there?
Cotton will find the source of it, and if it's, like, stuck or something's on top of it, she'll quickly remove it, but be like, stand back wherever it is you're standing.
Okay. As you kind of see, like, where the pounding is, you begin to see that what could have been a smuggler's den has now been, like, barreled in as a whole bunch of stuff kind of collapsed in and shut this hatch tight. I need you to make... Actually, no, athletics is perfectly fine. As you go and grab one of the large wooden pieces and just... And you can hear some of the ship beginning to kind of creak a bit as the large piece of wood is moved out of the way, and some of the barrels and boxes begin to kind of just and fall off to the side next to you guys. As just slowly as the hatch opens, you see what looks like to be a very handsome-looking halfling man with slightly blondish, brownish, dirty blonde hair, a pair of spectacles with one of the spectacles popped out of the glasses, and what looks like to be a uniform from Alernon. And as he's like, oh, thank goodness,
Wenry will immediately step up, just like, "Hey, it's okay. Come here, come here. Let's get you out of the way."
I'm not a monster. You can relax.
Okay. I mean, taking care of me so far.
It's okay. See, this is Cotton. She's the one that helped you out. No monster, just friend all around. Okay. My name is Wenry, and these are my companions. This is Holly, and this is Reloy.
Hello.
Just looks at the big dark makeup lady and the other one, a goat man.
I know we're an interesting crew, but it's okay. We're all friends here, and we're here to help.
Okay.
Well, we happen to just be about here.
Yeah. As he kind of just like tries to wipe his hair a bit, and just like you can see that there is a bit of smudging on some of the sleeves, almost as if he's been working through the rations that have been down in the smuggler's den for quite some time.
You mind explaining what happened?
Yes. Hi. Rudius Thatch.
Cotton.
Wenry will gently take his hand. I will shake your hand.
Yeah, Cotton just steps
here.
back from that. Like, yeah, probably not a good idea.
Good idea. As he's shaking Winry's hand. Yeah, good to meet you. Wow, okay. I didn't think anybody was... I was actually kind of dealing with the acceptance of my mortality.
It's good for you.
We were looking for loot.
Instead, we found a person.
You're our loot.
What?
Cotton actually laughs at that.
Don't mind him. That's the usual Rolloy. Just take it as a good thing that
Oh,
it's
I
a
was
very good
supposed to
thing
be
we found
kidding.
you.
Okay, gotcha.
Rolloy, behave.
Just a little elbow to his side.
Okay.
I fall over, wizard.
Takes 4 points of emotional damage.
Oh, settle down.
Okay. Well, I was the navigator for this ship until we were attacked, and some of the soldiers sent me down here in order to keep me safe, because I'm not really as he kind of like puts up his fist a bit.
What's an Alernon ship doing all the way out here?
We were delivering a missive to the Admiral, and then we were crossing our way from the Northern Sea, and then made our way down here as we were trying to go to Aurario, and we were suddenly attacked in the night. As he begins to kind of like look down in his, almost as if he has like this million yard stare.
Were you attacked by this other ship that's here, or was this already here when you got here?
There's another ship out there?
There's quite a few, actually.
You came across what effectively is a ship graveyard.
I mean, you are, do you know where you're at?
Not really. We were sailing through the night. As he kind of like goes through his mind a bit. Probably near Dead Man's Dive.
I'm assuming this is Dead Man Dives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're actually on it.
You are correct.
Oh, good. Okay. Noted. So what now?
I guess maybe pull yourself out of this ship and kind of get your bearings a little better first.
And together, man.
Real
Okay.
quick, Aaron, can you say his name one more time for me so I can note it down?
Rudius Thatch.
Alright, I will have to get your approval on if this is correct.
This is
here.
Milo. It's Milo Thatch in halfling form.
I'm just... I also know a halfling named Milo. Oddly enough. Wait, no, different life.
Different timeline. Ortho. Let's see. Deus, as in D-E-U-S. No I.
D-E-U-S, gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
Rudius Thatch. Yeah. Otherwise known as Rudy.
Rudy?
Yeah. As he's so like, okay. I'm sure we both have a lot of questions for each other, but I'll go and grab some supplies. As he goes back in for a bit, and you see Winry, as you kind of look over, he's going and grabbing a bag as well as picking up this small little ball before pocketing it, and then it's like, how about leftover food supply down here? I'm not sure how fast it will spoil, but I was trying to eat what I could while I could.
You know, we actually could use some supplies, so if you are willing to bring them along with you, or if you're willing for us to take them along, I believe we could make use of them as well as you.
Sure. As you guys begin to kind of like handle some of the smaller boxes back and forth before returning back up to the upper deck with all the supplies that you have gotten. You also begin to kind of notice that he's trying to look around and see if there's anything, and as he enters the captain's quarters and leaving back out. Alright.
Are you afraid of something, friend?
No, I'm trying to see where the missive that we were supposed to deliver was.
Well, would it be stashed away in like a special compartment?
we'd usually be within the captain's quarters, because he's the one that takes care of all that, but I haven't been able to find any of his letterings either. It says that this place has been stripped clean.
Well, I mean, your armaments and all that have also been stripped clean, so fair chance.
The bastards!
Yes, well, when you come across a ship with decent armaments still intact, guess what?
Fair enough.
If nothing else, we can still look around and we can see what we can find. Maybe we'll find something in a place you didn't check.
Captain
Alright,
quarters have
sounds
hidden
good.
compartments all the time, I'm assuming.
Probably.
This is
How much
In the
time has
meantime,
passed?
I want to go. About 30 minutes have passed so far.
Okay.
As you see, is Rudius is kind of like, first thing I want to do is get some sunshine at least. Very dark, very cold.
Just don't go far.
Yeah. Let's be on deck. As you see, as he climbs up out into the main deck. Anybody want to do some investigations?
I think, at least for now, I think Cotton would probably go up top with him, just in case. Well, you guys probably have a better investigation than I do, at least.
mine is +2 with no proficiency, so I can leave that to luck.
Mine's only +1, so better you than me.
Oh, by the way, did we get a long rest?
You did.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Hooray! I'll take that.
Yippee!
Alright, well, Wenry is more than happy to go shuffling around in this ship, and with her smaller size, she might be able to fit into places that others can't.
Alrighty. As you do, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Come on, D&D Beyond! Hey, nat 20s with +2, so 22!
Alright, so you do find a number of things.
That's 3 nat 20s in a row, holy crap!
Don't let it hear you!
So, the first thing you do find on this on the ship is any supplies that had not been stripped out of here was hidden well enough, and there is about another 2 days worth of food supplies for the entirety of the party. So you guys have 5 now.
Hooray! Wenry will probably have to just note where they are and just bring somebody stronger than her to bring it out.
Yeah. You also notice,
I was gonna say, Cotton will come back down as soon as you find stuff.
Yeah.
She's just keeping an eye on the little guy.
Yep.
you also notice that there is a cannon kind of buried under a lot of the rubble.
Ooh.
And kind of, as you manage to move some of the stuff out of the way, and you can see what is a relatively fresh Alernon warship cannon.
Ooh! That would be a good thing to bring back to the ship.
Yep.
Alright. Upon investigating some of the crew quarters and the captain's quarters, you manage to kind of inspect the entire room, top to bottom, opening cabinets, and finding you find that the bed for the captain actually lifts upwards. And
Oh, hello. What do we have here?
As you do, you notice a few things. The first thing is you find what looks like to be a bag with a bit of a smile on it.
Oh, I think I know what this bag is.
As
Wenry
what
will
you-
very gently reach for the bag.
Yeah, as you pick up the bag, you note as you open it, there's nothing inside. But it's like a black hole and it goes down forever. As you could reach your entire arm in and then pull back out, it's bottomless. This is a bag of holding.
Yay!
Oh, I am adding that to Wenry's inventory right now.
Hell yeah.
Alright, well, Wenry is probably sitting there just like, I think he might have hidden something in here and it's gonna take a little bit of digging, so I think I'll take the bag and check it out later.
And next up, you notice that there are 2 other things. You notice what is a hastily scrolled piece of paper, as well as a long long map that has been kept together by 2 pieces of dowels to keep it closed.
Okay.
Yep. And as you open the scroll, you notice that it is a map with all the current routes of every Alanon warship that is currently deployed.
Oh, nice.
Wenry will definitely be taking that map.
And lastly, a note. And you literally rolled so high, all my investigation checks are gonna
You find
Alright.
everything.
Yeah!
your little exploring heart.
I'm a tiny Sherlock Holmes.
As the last thing that you find is this hastily scrawled note. As you go to read it, it is almost as if somebody just stuck their finger in ink and then just wrote on the paper as quickly as possible. As it reads out in common, her wretched song, if you ever find this, fear that wretched song.
Ooh, I am going to need to write that down later.
Could you repeat that? I was writing that down. Yeah.
Her wretched song, if you ever find this, fear that wretched song.
That wretched song. Gotcha!
Cotton will come back down if you call her down to help with the cannon.
Certainly, Wenry will be like, oh, Cotton, I've got something!
She'll look to
A
Rudy
few
and be like,
somethings.
wait right here. I think they need my help.
Oh, by all means.
She'll head on down.
Alright. As you make your way down, you notice that there's this beautiful iron-casted Alanon warship cannon.
That'll go nicely on the ship.
That will go wonderfully on the ship. Now, if only we had some ammunition.
In time.
Alrighty. So, as you pick up this very heavy cannon, which very light for you, Cotton.
Listen, Cotton's a big
as-
lady.
Yeah, as you throw it over the shoulder and you kind of make your way up and kind of lumbering at it, you can see as Rudy just looks at you.
Your ship is dead. Our ship needs defense. If you're gonna wind up needing help, it's probably better for you too.
It's not ours, it's the government's.
Listen, out here on the seas, it's kind of finders keepers.
Mm-hmm.
That's piracy.
And
Yes.
you think you're on an official
Blink.
government ship?
Blink.
Hi, welcome to the pirate ship Nightwish.
Oh.
You're in safe hands. We're not gonna do anything to you.
I mean, you're also perfectly
Unless you rat us
like,
out.
I'm.
You're perfectly
not-
good to die a government official right here on this island by yourself.
Cotton just gives like a funny
No,
little
let's-
grin.
Let's not. Let's not be too hasty there. It's just I want to make sure that all the.
Who's the
paperwork is
stiff?
official.
I mean, we can leave you here with your broken ship if you want.
No. No. I'll go.
You sure you don't want them to lay a medal on your grave?
Wow.
Listen, Rudy, we like you. We like you a lot. You're a nice guy. We just need you to keep your mouth shut. Okay? Pat, pat.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, persuasion. Do I have any advantage, or
No.
It would say it on your sheet.
how about if she's proficient on it?
That works.
You just get a flat bonus if you're proficient.
All right. Well, that's 17. How about that?
17. As he's kind of like weighing his options, you can see he quickly realizes this is probably more than likely the only way to survive. Yeah. All right.
Good choice, man.
Transport
Wenry
for a
will give a firm pat on his back, just like, excellent choice, Rudy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Cotton's trying not to laugh. He has no idea we're literally just haphazardly thrown together brand new baby pirates.
All right. So as you manage to kind of strip the Merryweather claim for the last of its
Rations and all that stuff.
plausible supplies and rations. That covers pretty much the ships in general. As you go to inspect the pirate ship, unfortunately this one is far more ragged. You do happen to find not as much material, probably about a cannonball or two.
We'll take it.
But yeah, like as far as this entire ship goes, it's already been stripped well clean, and it has probably been here longer than the Merryweather.
Well, we have a cannon and 2 cannonballs.
Yeah.
Alright, let me actually add that to the notes here.
Could we hurry back to the ship, though? This is heavy.
Yes, of
We've
course.
experienced a cannon event.
Haha.
Haha!
Alrighty. Oh, that leaves everything for the shipwreck.
We just
One
come back.
dead man's wreckage is another's treasure.
We just come back to Murad going, we found him. Can we keep him?
The fuck?
Ah, hi.
That's our Captain Murad.
The intimidating Captain Murad with blazing hair.
Yeah.
He's on fire!
I can see that.
He's a fire genasi. Breathe.
As he goes and extends like his hand, like hopefully to kind of ease the mood.
Murad
Really
kind of
attached.
comes up because he's standing at 7'1".
Yeah, he's fucking huge compared to this guy.
Yeah.
And he actually gets down on one knee and extends out his hand. Murad. Captain Murad.
Good to meet you, Captain. As like the entirety of your hand just covers like 20% of his arm.
It's a little hot, just not stinging, just a little hot.
Yeah. I hear that you'll be able to take me to shore?
Well, we are ashore, technically.
Well,
I believe you mean to port, Mr. Rudy.
yeah, part.
Yeah. Cotton just looks to Murad. We got a cannon and a few cannonballs, and the rest I think Winry has.
Which I think is fair
Yes,
trade
indeed.
for the transport.
Well, it's not really a trade if they haven't owned it to begin with, sir. So, I will trade you your secrecy for port. And port. Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Glad we understand each other.
Yeah, you can see he's constantly losing negotiation as time goes on.
It's like, yeah, I'm a reasonable guy. Just don't cross me.
All right.
Cotton's behind him, just blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Like, you're not actually intimidating to us yet, so, like, he's all full of hot air.
Oh, no. Murad was just purely using that on the newbie, on the new face. It's like, for real. It's just like, okay, just keep in mind, we have ghosts on this ship.
Sorry?
Cotton.
We do?
We all look at you, we do.
Yeah.
Wenry will roll her eyes a little bit, just like,
How else would this ship move on its own?
And then Cotton just kind of, like, furrows her brow, like, really?
Mary gives a smile.
Okay. So now that you've saved me, we're leaving, right?
No.
Nope. We still have a few things to do on this island.
you're welcome to make yourself comfortable.
I mean, I could set up a camp here. I have some skills.
I
Just
believe we
as
have a
long
bunk
as-
downstairs you can tuck into.
Mm-hmm.
Take our
enough.
stuff, though, and I will hunt you down.
I mean, the ghost would get him at that point.
Of course.
Okay.
just goes down below to put the cannon in place, I guess, and cannonballs. So she doesn't have to carry it anymore.
Alright, so as you guys managing to kind of gather with what you have here, the last thing that you could possibly do is head into the forested jungle as you make your way into Isle Granada de Muerto.
I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Could Wenry real quick just pull Cat and Mirad off to the side and mention what she'd found? Particularly the ship map as well as
the note?
the scrawled note.
Yeah.
Now these were on the ship. I'm not sure if this is anything terribly useful, but I will say the location of the ships is probably going to be in our favor.
Oh, definitely. We want to avoid that party as much as possible. So.
As well as this note. I'm not sure what it means, but I'm sure it's important.
What does this mean? I'm trying to recall if I remember any rumors, but we'll have to ponder on this one when we get back to the ship.
Of course, but I did want to make sure that you knew right away because, yeah.
Yeah, this is peculiar, but definitely keep that map of the routes tucked away and very much out of sight of our new friend.
Oh, trust me, I will. Wenry just pats at the new bag at her hip.
Just shoves the whole thing in and just disappears like Mary Poppins' bag.
She had a bag of holding, and nobody can tell me otherwise.
No, dude, take it. Go for it.
It just happened to be a carpet bag of holding.
Alrighty. So, with that, as a lot of you take preparation to make your adventure onto the island. Gather your rations for what will last you all for about 5 days. It could take you quite a while before you could actually make it into where one might assume to be an Eardsihimmle. But things have already gained a bit of an interesting note. So, as you descend into the island, let's see. Anybody has survival?
I certainly fucking don't. Not yet, anyway.
Who would like to make a survival check?
I have a +0.
That would not be me. I have a +0 to that.
I have a +3. I could try.
Okay.
Go for it.
Not the best.
It's okay. As you make your way in and begin to discover much of the flora, fauna, as well as getting closer to many of these coastal trees, you notice that they are giving off and bearing fruit that some of which has already been harvested, but it's seemingly the older trees are now beginning to bear ripened fruit, many of which is mangoes, papayas, and guavas and coconuts.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Excellent.
I love mangoes.
Alright. And as you guys can definitely make an effort to try and get some of the local fruit for your rations.
Absolutely.
I will definitely
Indeed, we're
help.
on a pirate ship.
Oh, you guys are in the island now.
I know, but we're going to be sailing out on a pirate ship.
That's fair.
But yeah, Mara will definitely help get some of that stuff down.
As
Oh yeah, mage hands, definitely.
Big ol' cat bear thing can climb. I can grab shit with big ol' paws. I don't know what to tell you.
yeah.
I can climb, easy peasy.
So
And Wenry will be happy to catch.
I can jump.
I will say with Roloi, you don't have to worry about it because you're using Mage Hand. Cotton and Murad, your guys' athletic is high enough to harvest some of the fruit from here.
Cotton's just jumping straight up in the air and grabbing fruit from the trees, I guess.
And
Boing.
Boing.
All you see is like the feet kind of tap the ground for a second and then launches up.
My goodness, you are definitely an amalgam of interesting characters.
Yeah, it's
I mean
complicated.
that as a compliment.
No,
I'm
just-
sorry. I mean that as
It's
a
okay.
compliment.
I just don't know how to explain it at this moment, but I appreciate it. It's complicated in a good way, I guess.
Purpose built to harvest fruit.
I think it's just a bonus. I don't think it was the purpose.
all right, as the lot of you managing to put together quite a bit of sum for the for what is a good haul of food. As you guys spend the rest of the day traveling inward to the island and making your way through, Holly, would you like to make another survival check for me real quick?
Sure.
Real quick, how much would we
Much
have
better
collected
this time.
for rations?
You guys probably managed to bear about 6 pounds worth of fruit altogether.
Nice.
So
Nice.
you guys can make this last quite a bit.
Okay.
Hooray!
And whatever we don't eat, we can dry.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
is correct.
That is correct, and I plan to do so anyway.
Alrighty.
Because rations are very important.
And we don't like
As-
scurvy.
As you guys reach,
Eating is among the more popular of activities.
as you guys begin to reach towards the nighttime, and you find what is a very silent grove, well protected by some of the high-end trees, as well as soft ground and what could potentially be a solid space for a restful night.
I can say if we were planning on being on an island, Cotton would have alarm set so we can make sure we don't get caught off guard like we did on the ship.
I could also ritual cast alarm.
Okay.
So we can have 2 large spaces,
Yeah.
20-foot radius of nobody screwing with us without our hearsay. Haha.
Teehee.
And we know Rudy can't possibly get away on his own, so.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he's convinced that ghosts exist on that ship.
I would say, it's mental, so you guys would, I guess, ping in your head, or ping in my head, if it goes off. We don't want to give whatever's trying to sneak up on us, the advantage of, oh shit, they're awake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably say the same for the Roloi.
Okay.
Would we still want to have at least somebody on the ship?
Nah,
No.
it's fine.
Remember, when the ship is docked out there, it's anchored, and we had to take, like, a little boat to get over this way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's not like Rudy even knows how to sail a ship anyways.
and he can't
Oh,
without
I
the
know,
sword,
but-
so... Or a
Yep.
team. So...
I'd be very
Alright.
impressed.
At that point, he deserves it.
Yeah, true.
So, as you guys set your alarms and hopefully all of you take a nice firm rest as the night begins to take.
So, alarm is how long? Oh, it's a 20-foot...
8 hours, I
Yeah,
think?
and 20-foot cubes, so 40-foot cube entirely, if we're combining them.
E.
As a lot of you take rest for the first time, you relax a bit. However, Murad, you are awoken by the whispering of a voice in the middle of the night.
puts his hand on his blade out of instinct.
It is quite amazing to see such sights and such ferocity.
Oh, it's you.
Always good, always watching.
I hope you're enjoying the view.
Oh, very much. However, I am kind of curious. When do you intend to tell her?
Not anytime soon.
That's disappointing.
You heard what he said. It'd be very bad for her health.
So you would sooner listen to the words of a criminal instead of the words of someone who knows better? Or, on the other end, you would prefer cowardice? And here I thought you were quite the adventurous one.
I am going to admit I am scared about hurting her. But I'm not going to just jump right in just because you say so. I'm going to take the words of someone who cares about her very deeply in a very serious... I'm going to take those words very seriously.
Very well. Try not to bore me. Or else you know what just might happen. You get this very cold, almost slimy feeling running down from your neck to your spine. You can almost feel it squeeze a bit before relief.
Right. I'll try not to bore you.
Winry, as you find rest, you feel that faint ringing between your horns again.
I swear, I gotta put this thing on silent.
It's that feeling again, that presence, that one that has protected and faded. It's just this echo, this last message. Something is reaching out to you.
Well, Wenry will do her best to try to focus on this sensation, try to suss out exactly what it's meaning.
It's deep within the island. Beneath it.
Beneath the island.
Mm-hmm.
Wenry will probably have to think hard on it. I'm wondering, maybe there are caves on this island. Wenry will probably think to bring that up with everyone in the morning. But she acknowledges the pinging sensation and thoughtfully notes it down.
As the new day slightly begins, and the first to notice, however, Roloi and Cotton. You are awakened by the alarm in your mind as something has entered this space.
Cotton sits up very quietly, reminding herself that she set up an alarm to go off secretly. And whoever's next to her, if it's not Roloi, who's, I'm assuming, already awake, she'll nudge awake. And just hold up her finger to her mouth to shh.
Rolloy will have his eyes open. He'll pretend to still be asleep, but he'll look over at Cotton and just sort of nod gently.
I guess who would be nearest to Cotton? Who's okay sleeping near Cotton, I guess?
That would probably be Winry.
Okay, so she's nudging you awake, but then holding up her finger to her mouth just to stay quiet and just points to her head because she would have told that we have the alarm set to hear it.
Winry will probably very subtly give a nod and try to listen out as best she can now that she's awake.
You guys hear the faint words, in specifically Draconic.
I can hear that.
As can Winry.
Does Rolloy also have Draconic?
No.
Okay, she'll repeat that to you then when she finds that out.
So, like, as you can swear, you hear the faintest steps of dirt and in the sand as you hear, I found food, food, yes, food. Weapon, blade, shiny.
Oh.
Take. As just like quietly trying, and Cotton, Rolloy, and Winry, as you look, pretending to be asleep, look up and see what look like these tiny little lizard dudes.
Yeah, Cotton's
very small.
Aw, Kobold.
Cotton's sitting there on the ground, but she's ready to just launch across. Because I'm assuming the one with the blade is Murad, so...
Yeah, as... one is like... Leave dog alone. Leave dog alone.
Cotton will actually speak to it, if that's the case. If it sounds small enough, and she'll respond back in Draconic going, touch it, and I'll kill you.
As what looks like to be these 5 little kobolds all look at you.
And she's like,
they all scream together and like frantically start running all over the place and start trying to grab literally anything.
Oh dear,
all the
okay.
fruit that you guys had harvest, one of them is now going towards you, Mirad, and like trying to pull the sword off of your side.
Cotton will immediately jump on it, not kill it, just like pin it.
Winry will try to grab one of the others that's
Unfortunately, I think that's also kind of jumping over-ish on Murad.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah.
God damn it!
I think we all just need to calm down.
As one of them is now rummaging through your bags, Rolloy, and is pulling out a book.
I cast sleep at level 2.
Just knock it out. Winry will try to grab at one of them and just be like, hey, stop. Yeah. Just tell us what you're here for. Intercon.
I need all of you to not make an initiative, but like I'm gonna go across the table to make whatever decisions you're gonna make as they're all like frantically trying to grab anything because they are not trying to start a combat.
Yeah, no, Cotton's just gonna pin the little dude trying to get to the sword because that is high priority. She doesn't care if she's on top of Murad, it's just to stop the sword from being stolen.
Alright, make a grapple check.
I don't know what that is under because I don't have grapple on the list here.
It's under. It's either.
It's an athletics check, I believe.
Yeah.
Athletics? Okay, that is my +5.
And
oh
the
my
opponent,
lord!
the opponent will make a strength or dexterity, which is their athletics or their acrobatics.
Well, I'm being cursed today.
Yeah.
What did you roll?
It was 7.
7? Ironically enough, right as he's about to slip out of your grasp, you grab his tail and he screams and you just grab the back of his neck and then pin him into the sand.
I think she just hold him up. She can hold him with her beefy ass hands.
Just,
like holding a toddler.
Miyad, what are you doing?
He's
I am
under Cotton with her holding the kobold.
Hey, what's going on? Okay,
You see that there's another kobold, like, rummaging through some of the fruit that you guys had gotten the day before, and now
He's
trying to, like, throw
shoveling it into his mouth.
Yeah, he's got, like, at least a coconut in his mouth, and, like, an armful of the fruit.
I'm going to cast Tentacle of the Deep and grab him with it.
Okay. He rolled a 2, by the way, so I don't imagine he's getting out of that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I rolled a 20. 25 to hit, so...
Just like, you, like, as a reddish-purple tendril comes out from the sand and then wraps around him and then just lifts him up as he spits out the coconut and drops all the fruit.
Just, shush. The tentacle just wraps around his mouth, like this little snout.
Holly, you see one of the kobolds is trying to take your axes.
Oh no.
Oh, Holly is gonna like spring up from sleep, having not known like what was happening or what was going on.
Boing.
She's gonna see him and she's gonna go, wait, and like try to grab him.
Okay, make a grapple check.
And that was athletics, right?
Yeah.
Oh, miserable.
Oh.
He manages to take the axes and start bolting into the forest.
Oh no.
You better
You
go
can
get
probably catch up to him.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Roy, as this one's like going through your bag and pulling out a book, go ahead and roll me sleep.
I think we just all need to calm down. This is a 20-foot radius, so I'll try to catch as many of them as I can in this.
Sleep
Okay.
spell.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius, so sleep at level 2.
And this wouldn't affect us, by the way, right?
No. He has to choose the targets.
It affects the people with the lowest health pool.
I'm assuming it's the
First.
kobolds.
So here's the thing about
Kobolds
sleep.
only have 5 HP.
Yeah,
so-
here's the thing about sleep is that you can target one, and then whatever's left over can go to another person within 20 feet.
It's a hop
That's
It's
what I
like
know.
it hops.
Yeah, so like if you rolled out 20, you could get 5 for this person, and then you have 15 left over, 5 for that person, 10 left over.
So you gotta roll it
So it
first.
kind of goes down.
Alright,
with it.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
let me
what I do
just
know
go
about sleep,
ahead
and thank you, Belkinus Deckerhut, for teaching me that.
Yay.
Yay.
By the way, Aaron, how many kobolds are there? Because we saw
5.
there was... Okay, there's 5. Okay,
5
thank you.
little dudes.
I rolled a 29, so...
Alright. All of them just drop to sleep. The one that was fleeing,
You got your axes back.
Now let's just calm
Thank
down,
you.
everyone.
What are kobolds? Oh.
Alright, well, Wenry is probably going to be like, okay, well, I say we secure everything that they took, secure them, and we'll see what we can get out of them.
Cotton's just holding the one with her hand, like, I think he's secure.
as
Holly's
you bring
gonna
him
go
down,
pick up the one.
just like a little baby-sized guy in your hands.
I mean, her hands are
A little
massive,
man.
so...
I'm gonna get the
Holly's-
rope, and I'm gonna just tie them all up.
Okay.
That's just fucking funny. Poor things.
Just asleep, and
There's a
everybody
few
drops.
things Cotton will go feral over, and that's especially, like, the ability to be able to move the ship again, so, like, don't you fucking dare. The idea of being stranded? No.
Alrighty. So, as as a little bit of time passes, and like you guys kind of just like splash awake some of the kobolds, is like all
Just
of them
a little slap
looking
on
at
the
each other,
face.
and yeah, as they all wake up and like they begin to see that they've been caught, and then the one sitting in the middle starts bickering at each other, and they all start like cursing in Draconic.
Yeah, Cotton will sit there
Very
like, we can
rude.
understand you, by the way. At least 2 of us can.
I cast
okay,
Okay, you
comprehend.
understand? This one got caught. We all got caught. Caught!
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so, Cotton, how about you talk to them, and I'll just translate for everyone
I
else.
mean, I'm gonna cast comprehend languages on myself, so.
Okay, well then I'm going to translate for the sake of Holly and Rilloy.
All right.
Yeah, that helped.
Do you mind telling us what you were doing?
As you see, as all of them kind of is like strangers.
Strangers.
Yeah.
Strangers.
Yes, and you stole from us. Or tried to.
By the way, is this the next morning?
Yeah.
Or
It is
is
the
this
next
like
morning,
immediately?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Is all of them kind of like, not sure can trust. No, thank you.
What can I do to gain your trust, then? I'm not letting you go right now.
None of us are.
And it's just like, you see as one kind of like leans over, is like, tell him about Cloudy Chicken. Cloudy Chicken. No. No.
What was that?
Cloudy. As like, one like all the way at the end, like affraidingly, Cloudy Chicken. Cloudy Chicken.
Cloudy chicken.
Cloudy Chicken.
So something that flies?
Yes. And you see as like some of the other ones kind of groan, like it's like, oh brother, this guy.
Would Cotton be able to know what they're talking about, considering what kobolds generally work with? Or nah?
Make a history check. Cloudy Chicken.
Alright, that's a +3. I am proficient in it, by the way.
Yeah.
Alright. Dirty 20.
There's a lot of like flying creatures that are pretty notable throughout history.
Chicken, dragon,
Trying to,
an actual
yeah,
griffin.
Harpies.
it's as they try and like explain, like they all begin to like make like horse noises, and then
Hippogriff?
like they kind of like clap their beaks. Cloudy Chicken. Cloudy Chicken.
A hippogriff? No, she's asking the rest of the group if that's what that sounds like to them.
Do they have
Maybe.
hoofs?
Is this creature, the cloudy chicken, something you work with?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah. Cloudy Chicken.
Okay.
Guardians.
Guardian.
Cloudy Chicken Guardian. And when we will recall back to her ping in her head, just like, this wouldn't by any chance be underground on the island, would it?
No.
Okay.
Old
Okay,
Guardian
so-
left.
Old.
Wenry will
Yes.
feel a little pang, just like, if you guys don't mind me asking, was this a bronze dragon that used to be here?
Mungia.
I think that answers your question
And
there.
all of you are
Wenry-
hearing this draconic name Moongrir over and over again.
And Wenry will
Moon.
Wenry will nod her head sagely, just like, and she will bend to their level because they're probably still tied up on the ground. I am a student of Mumgrer. Can you tell me more about what's going on here and why you're here?
As like one of them like kind of like bends as close as they can towards you, like kind of to get a good look at you.
Wenry
Hello,
will bend her
dragon.
head. Right, Wenry will bend her head and tap at her horns.
Ah. Old legacy Moongrir. As all of them kind of like begin to kind of shake their heads. Take you to village, explain.
Sounds good to me.
Wenry will nod and very politely say, "Thank you very much. I would very much like to learn more about Mumgrer, if you could tell me."
Yeah. And you
She's
see,
making friends!
as you guys reach into Kobold's conundrums here.
We're just looking for a possible way to narrow down looking for the Eye of Unid, so...
And as such, as all of you slowly help these little kobolds up onto their feet.
Well, I'll give them like a piece of
And-
fruit that they were, I guess, trying to steal, at least just for their troubles.
You can see it's like one's like cracking one open like with its teeth and then just like split open. Like these, I love these little guys.
Yeah.
But at this point, as all of you begin to traverse further into the island, you can see what is this sort of like leafy wall that they have been developing for years at this point.
Impressive.
As you guys begin to walk through the threshold, you see what is left over sandstone houses that have become a little dilapidated, but what seemingly is this kind of this palm tree makeshift barn at the peak of the village, and you see that there are several other little kobolds who are just like, "Whoa, who are all of you?"
Big people.
Yeah,
Wenry will,
these big people.
Wenry will probably, since she's the smallest and probably least intimidating of the crew, she will come forward with the other kobolds that led her there, just like, "Don't worry, we're friends. I am a student of Mumgrer. I've come to learn. That is all."
As you say that, the entirety of this crowd of kobolds all repeat back, "Mumgrer." And as you get closer to the center of the town, as they all kind of like lead you forward into it, you see with what looks like to be this leftover statue that made of bronze, kind of just now green and aged by the seawater and weather. What was probably a former village now taken care of by these kobolds.
So they weren't the original people here.
No, but I think I might know who might have been.
Oh?
As now one really kind of tough-looking kobold, like kind of just like wrapped in a this very leathery-looking cloak, as they come stepping over, and very elderly-looking, still speaking in Draconic. "You here to take care of old fishy folk?"
You mean...
Well, we did take care of some sahuagin when we were coming in.
Take care of? You mean murdered?
Yeah,
I'm trying to
potato,
put it
potato.
politely, but yes, we had a confrontation with them, and none of them survived.
Probably not last fishy folk.
Probably not.
Probably not, but that was a few of them at least.
Then let us tell story of what happened to Cloudy Chicken.
I would very much enjoy hearing that. Thank you.
Is Cloudy Chicken Moongrer?
And with that,
I don't believe so.
as this elderly-looking kobold kind of like sits down crisscross applesauce and begins to try and retell the tale in a very broken version of Draconic. But before so, unfortunately, that's where we're going to go ahead and leave today's episode.
Yay, we did it!
Ooh.
Yippee!
Alrighty. Yippee. Let's setting the tone right here.
Yay! Woo! Woo!
Alrighty. So, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead, jump on into some relatively quick announcements, and then we will be heading off for our first episode. You guys,
I can't
it feels so
believe
good
the
to be
first
back.
episode's over already.
Right?
Damn.
Okay. So, that being said, excuse me. First off, I think by the time this episode's going to be coming out, and the release date for another project of mine, the 13th episode of How to Be an Adventurer is going to be releasing on not this Friday. No, it would be this Friday. So by the time this video comes out, Friday, How to Be an Adventurer episode 13 will have been released for me. I know I'm probably getting back into streaming very, very soon. But if you guys are interested in checking that out, and as always, our Patreons, both this one and as well as the RGM one, these
wonderful pieces of content will be made available to our audiences, and then they will be released next week over onto our YouTube channel. You may also notice that our episodes are going to be a bit longer now, given that some scheduling changes have afforded us an extra hour of time. And we will also not be live streaming these episodes anymore. They will be released in VODs and as well as the podcast versions from this point on. So thank you all so much for those of you who did try to build with us. Fortunately, we just kind of know that it's just better if we just post our episodes from this point on. That's it. All right. Let's see, anything else that's coming to mind? Some Kakyoin Waifu Connoisseur episodes are coming out very soon. I will announce them as they go live over on my Twitter. Oh, and also, we have a Blue Sky account.
Yes, we do.
As well.
Yay!
Yes.
Boo.
So we are expanding our social media grasp here. Hopefully to those of you who do have access to Blue Sky, by all means, our Blue Sky handle is D6EOE, Explorers of Eardsihimmle, and you can follow us over there, as well as we have a Tumblr, which hopefully we'll be getting some posts done as well, and also going to see about working in some of the clips throughout the week after this release. I'm probably going to talk to somebody about that. But yeah, that's all my announcements. And next up is Blue. How you now?
Doing good. Hi, it's Blue Kazanate. I am now playing Cotton, your Chimerakin, no longer Siege, but don't worry, she's taking a good vacation for now. I really don't have much to say, except for the fact that by the time this is out, most of the work that I've been sitting on for months can now finally be posted. My commissions are
What a relief.
currently open, I would say, by this time, because it's pretty slow right now. The holiday seasons are coming out, so we'll see how that goes. Not much else to say, except just keep an eye out for artwork, whether it be official work, guest characters, or shitposting, because shitposting is fun. So from that on, I'm going to tag your it, Ray.
Hello, I am Ray. I am playing Mirad, our captain, our Genasi captain at sea. I am known as keyink_art on Twitter, but you can also find me on places like Tumblr, Instagram, and I believe I have a YouTube. That's like the @Keyligraphy Inc. That's KEYLLIGRAPHY Inc. Sorry,
proud
it's
of
very
you.
long.
Good job, you did it.
I'm going to start linking everyone's link trees.
Yeah. So sorry. But yes, you can find me on there, on those places. I do a lot of artwork. Commissions will still be closed by the time this episode comes out for myself, but I hope to be doing a lot of little side projects for D6 as well as some other places. And so yeah, I'm excited for the future. Onward.
Alrighty. Next up is Kayla.
Hi, I'm Caleb, or B. You can find me at Pastel Werewolf on Twitter. There's not much going on with me in the way of cool stuff or commissions. I'm just a goofy goober, and I'll be making memes. Here to get back into D&D after a year or two of not playing it. And that's about it. Moving on over.
Alright. Connor, how you now?
Hey, it's me, Distortion Devil, playing Roloi, the Satyr Wizard. They can find me on Shitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/Distortion Devil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I also have a Tumblr that I'm using more frequently.
I'd have to see if I follow you.
Do some... But yes, currently I'm working on some new homebrew content in the form of additional spells. I recently released the Hydromancer's Spellbook on the DM's Guild. It is a fantastic resource for any who want to add some more water-based spells to their repertoire. That is available now, and currently, although by the time this episode probably goes out, it will be released as well, the Geomancer's Spellbook, which is a similar tome of sand, rock, metal, and crystal themed spells that I will be releasing. And like I said, will probably be out by the time this episode comes out, and then I will begin working on the next elemental tome, whatever that might be. I have no idea.
Okay.
Sounds pretty cool.
Sounds pretty cool.
Hey.
Oh, I think I missed a bit with the new Patreon because we're releasing homebrew content as well.
That is true.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I'll explain more in the next episode, but yeah, D6 is going to be releasing homebrew content for the Patreon in due time, of course. But last but not least, Kendra, how you know?
Hey there, I am Kendra, or Transient Day, as I am known pretty much everywhere on the internet. Twitter, Tumblr, I have a Blue Sky as well. Still getting things set up there, but whatever. I am playing Wenry, your halfling sorceress. Back from playing Airless the Fighter, and I had so much fun, I figured, hey, why not go a second round?
Absolutely. You and I just traded Brickhouse, that's all it was.
Basically.
You guys traded height as well.
Yeah, we did.
Yes. So if you guys didn't know, Cotton is pretty much, if not the largest, one of the largest, and Wenry is the smallest. So this is going to be fun.
The largest is Mira. He's tall.
He's tall. He's very tall. He
But yes,
gets it from his
as
mother.
for personal announcements, none really. I mean, if I draw something and I post it online, you can find it pretty much, as I said, Tumblr, Twitter, though I am trying to limit my presence on Twitter from now, because, we know how that's going. But yes, I will try to make a better presence on Blue Sky as well. Yeah, basically I just post silly stuff. So if you want a happy place where you can see dinosaurs and cats and everything that you can possibly think of to make you smile, please stop by.
Yeah, love it. Alrighty. Well then, all matters settled? We all good?
Yeah, I think episode 1 is complete.
Hooray!
Alright, well then. With that being said, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Be safe out there, and as always, see you next Sunday. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye!
Or
Bye-bye.
good day, I guess. We're not even streaming it.
Good day. Good day, night, evening, afternoon.
Good after morning, noon.
Hope you have a wonderful morning, noon, and night.
There you go.
All right, bye, everyone.
There you go.
All right.